gonna P2B, Obi for president. All over Nigeria, P2B, Obi for president. From east to south, na P2B, Obi for president. Even the north and west, na P2B, Obi for president. All over Nigeria, na P2B, Obi for president. Mama, papa, they shot P2B, Obi for president. Brothers and sisters, they want P2B, Obi for president. Waiting be the name of P2B, call am again, Obi kererenke, Obi kererenke, Obi Obi kererenke, Nigeria don't suffer, no we small. We don't suffer, no we. Other countries they grow, we just they fall. We don't suffer because we get my leaders, then where they on top. We don't suffer, they're not here because all their families they abroad. We don't suffer, but every 4 years them go on with one story. The same people, the same story. All they know is how to steal our money. Yeah. When we thought all love is done, God don't give us P2B. If you like, make you go ask. But we know the test story. Just tell and trust that if you doubt them, go verify. Obi get integrity, a man with credibility, vision and dignity. Obi and Yusuf quality. That is why all Nigerians are obedient and useful. Anywhere you gonna P2B.
All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you all, Nigerian family. How on a day is a late broadcast, so we are gonna talk. Maybe we are gonna be here till 12. Yes, I thought we should do this now. We're supposed to come out since, but a lot of things have been going on, so we'll be so busy. So I just want to have a late broadcast this evening. So whoever is available, who is awake, let's do this together. We are still here talking about our future. We are here talking about our principal, Peter Obi. That's what we are talking about. So my people, how are you doing? I can see my big brother is already here with me, Mr. Mori. Mr. Mori, good evening to you, sir. How are you doing today?
Fine, sir. My beloved brother. How are you doing? How are you and your family?
Yes, we are very good, sir. Good to have you here. Thank you very much for joining me.
Thank you for having me. It's always a delight to be here.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. All right. My people, if you're right there, I can see, oh, yes, I have my family right there already in the comment section. My brother, Israel Samota, is right there with me. Cybervo Konga is right there with me. My mother, mommy, the Aspera is right there with me as well. Good evening to every one of you. Happy weekend to you all. Thank you very much for joining us. Shukwo Ekudon. I'm not sure if I pronounced your name properly. I'm so sorry. Okay, let me try again. Shukwo Done. Okay, I think I'm close. Good evening to you. Thanks very much for joining us. Appreciate you very much. Oba of San Diego. Thank you very much for joining us about San Diego. How are you doing today?
Oh, I'm good. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much for joining us. I'll be coming back to you. We have a couple of videos to play, and then we'll take it from there. You know, yes. And Shukwu, in fact, thank God saying good day here. Just teach me how to pronounce this name, my brother. Good evening to you.
Good evening.
How you doing?
I'm fine,
Okay, please pronounce your name so that I can learn from that.
Chukweku Don,
Okay.
gmail.com.
Okay, Shukweku. Okay, now I got that right. Thank you very much for joining us. I'll come back to you shortly, okay? I appreciate every one of you right there. I can see Stephen Babi. Thanks for joining us. I can see Sports Cam. Thank you very much for joining us. Good evening to you. Liberty Anthony is right there with us. Thanks very much for joining us. Good evening to you all. Happy weekend to you all. Yes, as you all know, yesterday, Omoyele Sowore came out to lambast indirectly on our principal, Peter Obi, like you have always done. You know, a lot of Nigerians reacted to this, saying, oh, no, Omoyele Sowore, may you calm down, you know, let's say your body not to the hot now. What did it happen? Calm down, leave Peter Obi alone and let you live your life and let Peter Obi live his own life. You know, so we're supposed to be here since 5 p.m. or 6, but we couldn't because we'll be busy with so many other stuff. So that's why I thought we should talk about it this evening. Please help us to share and like this broadcast so that we can give awareness to others, you know, what we are doing here. I really appreciate every one of you for joining us right now. I can see Sivanos Enyi. Thanks very much for joining us, Sivanos Enyi. How are you doing today? Happy weekend to you. All right. I can see my brother Alex is right there with us as well.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. My brother Alex, good evening to you. How are you doing today?
Yeah, good evening, Mr. Najawa. I'm okay. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm very happy, especially when you join me now. Thank you, my brother. All right, let's do this together. We have a couple of videos to play, like I said before. We're also going to be referencing to the video where Omoyele Sowore call out Peter Obi on Channels TV. So we have more people right there on the comment section. We have Mary Daniel TV. Thanks for joining us. Let's just do it. Thanks very much for joining us. Portia, Gina, I see you right there. Good evening to you. Innocent Oka, I see you right there. God bless every one of you. Good evening to you all and happy weekend to you all as well. Let's listen to this and take it from here. Let's see what Omoyele have to say here. God bless you all.
Your social media engagement. Yeah. You seem to be all out against supporters of Peter Obi.
No.
The obedience.
No.
I mean, and your comments on social media as being regarded as harsh against the obedient movement. Why so?
No, that's not true. The only time I've spoken about them is when I realized that they were harassing people. You know, and as a person who believes in human rights, I just said to them, you don't have to tell people who to support and who not to support. And this idea of trolling and harassing people might get people killed. And one of my first intervention that is considered harsh was even in support of Reno Mockery, somebody who you know has done everything in this world to lie against me. But, you know, when it comes to his fundamental rights and he has a 1-year-old daughter who he said was genuinely threatened, I came in and said, this is wrong. You shouldn't be threatening a 1-year-old girl. And nobody should be threatened because...
So you don't see Peter Obi as a threat?
No. Why would I see Peter Obi? Peter Obi is part of the old system that I've always fought. I understand where he's coming from. This is 1999 repeated. Nigeria wants to change. Some young people are genuinely interested in change, different direction. And then they are presented with somebody who...
This is the part where Nigerians are currently reacting to. Omoyele Sowore is saying that Peter Obi is part of the old system. In the past, he said that Peter Obi cannot be trusted. He has said a series of things, you know. Some of us, who is also Omoyele Sowore supporter, you know, currently we are also supporting Peter Obi. We have reacted to this, that why is Omoyele Sowore continuously attacking directly or indirectly Peter Obi? You know, because what I expected for Omoyele Sowore to work with Peter Obi so that we can take Nigeria forward. You know, but some other Nigerians have also reacted by saying that Omoyele Sowore is becoming so selfish, you know, because if you are not selfish, if you are fighting the same goal which Peter Obi is fighting right now, why can't both of you collaborate together to work together? So I would like us to continue with this video so that we can take it from there.
Genuinely interested in change, different direction, and then they are presented with somebody who works for the establishment, somebody who has been in PDP, ABGA, come back to PDP, Labour Party. Is not new to a rotten system. Somebody who was 8 years as governor of a state. You can be emotional about it, but that's the truth. Didn't, you know, build any schools, didn't build any industry, didn't have a power station. It's not my kind of progressive.
So anybody that is in government, as far as you're concerned,
anybody who's been in government for 8 years and has nothing to show for it, it's not my right candidate for
There are
Nigeria.
a few people who have been in government that are running in this race. The candidate of the PDP is there, the candidate of the APC is
Maybe
there.
you have not been following my social media postings. That's why you said maybe
So the word that Omoyele Sowore just used not long, that saying that Peter Obi have been in government for 8 years, I had nothing to show for it, is another strong word which a lot of Nigerians are currently angry about. You know, in fact, many of them are bitter because if you go to the Channels platform on Facebook and Instagram, a lot of insults are currently pouring on Omoyele Sowore, saying that Peter Obi doesn't have anything to show for all 8 years in office. So these are things that we're going to be talking about this evening. It's a late night broadcast. Like I said before, it's going to be more beneficial to those that lives in America or maybe Canada, Australia and all that. So, but those that lives in Europe might not be able to stay long here with us, or those that lives in Nigeria, like my brother Alex and my brother Machiavelli. But still, some of them can still be here with us. So we are going to be talking about this soon. Let's listen further to what Omoyele Sowore have to say. I'll have to rewind this particular part. Please help us to share this broadcast and like the broadcast as well. Let others know that we are here. I can see 2NG right there. Good evening to you. Thanks very much for joining us. I can see Jude. Thank you very much for joining us. Good evening to you. Ayo, I see you right there. God bless every one of you. Good evening to you all. Please help us to share and like as well. God bless you.
Candidate of the PDP is there, the candidate of the APC is
Maybe
there.
you have not been following my social media postings. That's why you said maybe I'm my right candidate for.
There are a
Nigeria.
few people who have been in government that are running in this race.
Has been in government for 8 years and has nothing to show for it. It's not my right candidate for.
There are
Nigeria.
a few people who have been in government that are running in this race. The candidate of the PDP is there, the candidate of the APC is
Maybe
there.
you have not been following my social media postings. That's why you said maybe I'm against obedience. I've been after Atiku. I've been after Emilokon, Bola Tinubu. I've been after Kwakwanso, but less because, I don't have much.
Why do you go after them?
I go after them because we need engagement in elections. Elections are not just about espousing ideas. It's about telling people who they can vote for and who they shouldn't vote for.
Whose turn is it this time around?
Our turn. The people's turn. Our look on.
So in this sense, why should Nigerians look your way? Or why should the demography you were describing earlier look in your direction?
I think what people present to voters is one record. And I have said it, if there's any candidate running in this race that's been consistently on the side of the people, in my own case, 32 years experience on the side of the people, helping to fight for democracy, consolidate democracy, fight all the bad guys, somebody who will stand up for you in the middle of the night. If a policeman is harassing you, beating you up, I'm the person. If someone who you know has never participated in stealing resources of the state, has never participated in any conspiracy against the Nigerian people, has never, ever participated in any shady activity politically, personally, you can look in my direction.
What is the biggest idea you think you bring to the table?
The biggest idea is liberation and freedom for Nigerian people, and this includes economic freedom, security, it includes their right to education, it includes their right to healthcare, free healthcare. So many of these things can be provided for free, and most importantly, to restore the dignity of the Nigerian person, and by extension, people of Africa. Pan-Africanist is the reason why our party is the African Action Congress. It's not the Nigerian Action Congress. Because I know if Nigeria gets it right, this is a trigger. The African peace tool will fire the right way.
Unfortunately, we will not be able to discuss your manifesto because the time is not ripe just yet. But
well, I hope you keep bringing me back.
We'll bring you back, yes. Definitely. You are a presidential candidate and you have the right to speak your mind. The law permits you to do so, isn't it? Thank you so much.
Even when it doesn't, my rights can trump the law if the law is unjust.
Thank you. Omoyele Sowore, the candidate of the AAC. Thank you so much indeed for your time tonight.
Thank you so much for bringing me.
All right. That one, Omoyele Sowore right there. We are going to be talking about this. But before that, our brother, Contextualizing Sowore, already came out to respond to Omoyele Sowore. Like I said before, a lot of Nigerians reacted bitterly over the continuous attack from Omoyele Sowore to Mr. Peter Obi, our principal. So I would like us to listen a bit about what our brother Contextualizing Sowore have to say. Then we start hitting on it. Please help us to share and like this broadcast. Please, I can see the like is not encouraging at all. We already have over 200 watching us right now across. So, but the like is very, very minimal. And we have only 3 share as well. Just copy the link and, do this for every one of us. Let our voice go far. On the comment section right there, there's a dollar sign there. You can as well support us financially, not too small. to encourage what we are doing here. I appreciate every one of you. Let's listen to what Comrade Stanley Holding I have to say right now. Shima Obi, I see you right there. Good evening to you. Thanks for joining us. GRO, thank you very much for joining us. Good evening to you as well. Ozingbe Wilfred, I can see you as well. Good evening. Thanks very much for joining us. Please help us to share and like this broadcast. God bless you all.
Republic of Nigeria. And believe you me, there is no dispute. Peter Obi is the Messiah. Yes, as at yesterday, I overheard in the morning that Sowore will be at a Channels television. I said, I may not have the time to watch him as I watch him live, but certainly I'm going to take a time to watch the interview after he must have granted such. And I also know that I can watch a pre-recorded of that same video. So I went there to look at it. I was shocked that all what Sowore was talking about is not even what he intended to do. From to the end of his discussion was all about Peter Obi. Now, Sowore enjoyed the support of Edo people in the last election, specifically those in the diaspora. Sowore was not having the national support the way. Sorry for that, the network was a little bit bad. Sowore was not having a national support the same way Peter Obi has the national support. But you also agree to the fact that nobody badmouthed Sowore, most like those who supported him. But I begin to wonder, why is Sowore feeling so scared about the growing popularity of Dr. Peter Obi? Why is he scared? Now, some you see some set of politicians who are running in these elections. They will come out to tell you that, hey, don't worry, Obi has no structure. Obi cannot win. Obi has no structure. Ask yourself, why are they not attacking him? Why are they not attacking him? As we speak today, my party, the PDP, is no longer, excuse me. That's why you are seeing onslaughts from different corners. They're not the attack no hobo. Now hobo they attack for fee. Now you are seeing different blackmail propaganda here and there. We understand this game of politics, but the beautiful part of it is that Nigerians have taken decision. You can't change it. Some are saying he was one of the old politicians, he did this, he did that. I want to ask them a simple question. Obi has challenged you. EFCC is open. Go and petition EFCC. Go and petition Obi to EFCC. Let EFCC arrest him and open details in respect to his governing activity in Anambra State. The whole of them are aware of the fact that they have nothing to indict him with. But rather they are talking story here and there, coming now with different propaganda that Obi is a liar, Obi is a formulated figure. Okay, now let's agree that Obi formulated figure. Now tell your candidates to formulate figure. They don't even have anything upstairs. Now in Lagos State, people said Tinubu built Lagos. Tinubu did not build Lagos. Tinubu generated revenue in Lagos. He generated revenue in Lagos. Where did he build Lagos? He generated revenue in Lagos. They said he was able to raise the revenue base to 50-something billion naira. And I asked a simple question. What is the reflection of that billion naira in the economy of Lagos State? Why did they remove Ambode from power in Lagos State? Because he refused to continue on the basis of political remittances that has been in existence right from 1999. Fashola ruled Lagos State and left. The same way Tinubu ruled Lagos State from the initial state. Why did Tinubu leave? Till date, Tinubu decides who become governor in Lagos State. Is that not political godfatherism? Is that not political godfatherism? So, do not misconstrue revenue generation and development impulses. Don't misconstrue the boot. As we speak, Tinubu was able to generate revenue in Lagos and looted the revenue. How much was Tinubu net worth in 1999 compared to what he has today? As we speak, today Tinubu worth $6 billion. You know what is $6 billion? Where did he work? Which ministry of parastatal? Who engaged him? They will tell you he invested in it. Now they invest fast. How did he make this capital? This set of people are not coming out to talk about their Tinubu. Now they are saying, I saw one of Tinubu's supporters today. He wrote and said a lecturer from one of the universities in Nigeria submitted a resignation and traveled out of the country. And he told the student that they are going to meet in the future. And he now said that, oh man, Tinubu has so many things to fix. If Tinubu had idea to fix the problem of Nigeria, he would have told Buhari, Your Excellency, I needed to run with the APC platform. I want APC to perform exceedingly well. So please, this and this and this are what you are supposed to do to ensure that the economy becomes okay.
Before we move on, I would like to welcome Emeka Elobi. Thanks very much for being our new subscriber. We appreciate you so very much. Thanks for the indication as well. I can see more people right there on the comment section. Mary Kimade is with us. Antonio Biora, I cite you right there again. I can see Vero is right there with us. Josephine, thank you very much for joining us. Good evening to you all. Amori, Felix, God bless every one of you. Let's listen further to our brother, Comrade Aze Osa. We're not holding.
There are no ideas in their hands. They have nothing to offer. They have nothing to offer. Rather than Emiloka, it is my turn. They have been distributing the leadership of Nigeria within themselves. As we speak, what is Tinubu's statement as a presidential candidate to the All Progressive Congress in respect to the ASU strike? Has he ever come out with a manifesto of what he's going to do for Nigerians? Apart from saying that, I want to rule. Rule as what? One would have suggested that as an old man that he is, he's supposed to take a rest and begin to enjoy the loot. Even if we have to break the salary of Tinubu as a governor and we have to check all his personal investment, he's not supposed to worth $6 billion. You know what is $6 billion? As large as the Ukrainian economy during the regime of Viktor Yanukovych when he was ousted in Ukraine, the Ukrainian government requested from the United States as an aid $1 billion. A whole country needed $1 billion. As we speak, Tinubu worth $6 billion. A whole country needed just $1 billion. But one man has $6 billion as a politician. Go and check. He moves with bullion van. To everybody, you know what? Men are really waiting. Not say I'm at tongue, we will eat it. We will eat that money. Bring it. Awolowo said, eat their money, don't vote for them. It is your money. When they bring it, tell them, assure them in the polling unit. No worry, no, I want to have for them, bring the money. As you collect and go there, vote your choice. And I want to tell this to all Peter Obi supporters. You also agree to the fact that the picture of Peter Obi will not be at the ballot. It is the logo of Labour Party that will be at the ballot. Please, if you truly love Obi, go and get the ballot, show them the diagram or the logo of Labour Party. Then describe how to vote. Paste it on your wall. We've gotten the population, but many of them may not be enlightened enough to know how to really vote for Labour Party in that election. So we have a responsibility. Somebody said, with the crowd, they say, Obi already win. I told the person it's not over until it's over. We must work till the last minute. We must work till the last minute. Don't say, he clear. No. We must work to the last minute to ensure that Peter will be a man. Except say you never tire. Except say you never tire for suffering. Now, let me quickly tell you, for those who have 10 million naira, 20 million naira in their account, you don't have money. as bad as this economy, a man who has 20 million naira, the possibility that you will become poor in the future is 95%.
All right. My brother just talked about the illustration on Peter Obi's logo and all that. Yes, we'll be circulating that recently on our social media platform. I would like to show that right here so that we don't really know where people are watching us from. We know that a lot of people watching us all over the world. So it's better we give our own direction right here. Let me put that on the screen. So that's it. That's the best that we can share right now. You know, na mama and papa and pikin I dey our logo LP for Peter Obi. So you're not going to see Peter Obi's picture on that very day of voting. Okay, so I would like us to listen further to our brother, Comrade Stanley Osaze Osakwenokwodin. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining us. I can see more people are joining us right now. Let's listen further to this. Joining us right now. Please mute yourself. Mute yourself. Thank you.
Except you continue to work and work and work and work and work and work till you die. The economy is so harsh. There are no social security anywhere. You could recall that Asiwaju Ahmed-Bola Tinubu promised that Nigerians will be given some social security, some amount of money as stipend. Where are this money? The only thing that goes up and comes down in Nigeria is pennies. The rest goes up. They will never come down. If you didn't hear me repeat, the only thing that goes up and comes down in Nigeria is pennies. The rest will never come down. It continues to grow. A man who promised us.
All right, I would like us to quickly acknowledge one of our supporters right here who have given us huge amount here. Emeka LOB, wow, you surprised us, you surprised me. Thank you very much. $100 have been donated to our channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Emeka, for this wonderful gift right there. You know, and it shows that you are our new subscriber as well. Please stay with us. I'm very, very happy for this encouragement. We are grateful for this. Thank you very much. Every one of you that have been supporting us directly or indirectly, we are grateful to every one of you. Thank you so much, Mr. Emeka Elobi. I just hope I pronounced the last name properly. God bless you all. Let's listen further to what our brother, Comrade Stanley Osaze, have to say.
Fuel at a cost of 40 naira per liter. How much is it selling today? What has Tinubu said in respect to this? To say, this thing is getting higher. What has Adamu Shomole, the former labor leader, said about this? Nothing. Instead of the All Progressive Congress to be coming out to be apologizing to Nigerians, that Nigerians want to not face a beg. Because they said, according to Governor Chibuke Rotimi Amici, he said, stone us if we fail to deliver. Today, Nigeria has not stoned them. Tinubu said, if you want to have light, remove Jonathan and bring in Buhari. Is there power to lead the country? Now, Senator Bemore Bruce, the man who talks with both sides of his mouth, openly advised the federal government some 4 years ago that they should go and learn the Anambra model as established by Peter Obi in education. What else are these set of people looking for? My dear brothers and sisters, let me tell you. If na money you dey talk, I like and pass you. If na to get money for politics, we dey fight for, I sabi and pass you. But this time, make the carry their money go. Let us do the right thing. If Nigeria good, na for yourself. If it's still bad, na for yourself. Peter Obi na billionaire. Peter Obi na billionaire. Forget saying humble, they bring himself down. Now, billionaire, you know, suffer. If you not vote for them, not be you do. Go and accuse Peter Obi that he stole a kobo in Anambra State. Nobody will ever accuse Peter Obi. He is the only person who has ruled as a governor. He never decided to control the next governor. He left. He has never contested or senate or anything. He's not in many business. My dear brother, if we miss her now, believe me, now we and yourself, now you do. We'll not do the Peter Obi. Peter Obi can fund any trip for himself. Now some people say, Peter Obi is not cashing out. He's not cashing out. Very good. I want to tell you something. Although this set of people who are saying he's cashing out, they don't understand politics. What they know is the corrupt types of politics that we already have in Nigeria, where politicians go into the room and bring out the polio bomb. Ordinarily, in the United States of America, Europe and elsewhere, candidates receive money from the electorate to prosecute an election. And at the end of the day, the electorate will have say over the activities of government. Obi and else Agonopodi said, from the very day Agonopodi sees the Edo account for Peter Obi, I said it before and I'm repeating it again. I am going to donate the sum of 200,000 naira to Obi's campaign. Me, Agonopodi. I will donate it. Let's do the right thing. Now, somebody wrote a comment. He said, Obi's article boy, highly corrupt. I want to challenge you. Please, go to Anambra State. The same way I challenge people about me, I said as a sitting vice chairman in the past, I did not slap one person in the bush. I did not sell one land for two persons. That message, I not forget them till today. There are those who can actually develop this Edo. Never patronize you again. So you must learn how to talk to your client. So it's a problem half solved if the right people are allowed to address the problem. Believe me, Obi will give Nigerian electricity, stable electricity in 4 years. Obi cannot do much as we expect. But you see that light? Nigerians don't even need much. Nigerians don't need much. No Nigerians are when the government go give them money to eat now. Nigerians are not lazy people. If you meet me for us around 8, now we say I know where. In the morning, you meet us for us around 8. Nigerians don't need much from government. What they need is light. What they need is road. What they need is water. These are the 3 things they need. Nigerians can invest. So believe me, the time to act is now. You must not wait for problem to greet you and to finish you before you say, let's do the right thing. And let me tell you, now the last chance be this. If we not get that right now, forget. If you have like that way you reverse to go for air. Not your bother to clean it. Just go look for how you take get another air. Because that's still the pepper way they must condemn your air. Just go not clean and go also for another air. Now the last stage it is. If we not do one now, forget it. Obi will solve Nigeria problem to some extent. No human government can solve all the problem. That I knew. But you know what? There are key issues that needed to be addressed. Obi said, they asked him, how will you address security issues? He said, for those with genuine agitation, government will negotiate. It was difficult for the American government to enlist Boko Haram as a terror organization. Why? Because government has failed. Hunger, they cause war. They prevented the Nigerian government from having access to arms as a result with the Lehi law. If you address the economy, you address calling justice, and this same set of people are still orchestrating crime, they will be brutally dealt with. But you talk about say tifo. What's the name of this lawyer? This lawyer where they work on that and if I anything. I will remember his name before the end of this book. He said, and I quote, the amount of money stolen by criminals since 1960 to date is not up to the amount of money stolen with bio by some politicians in Nigeria. All the robbery from 1960 to date not reach the amount of only one politician steal. A politician can sit and steal billions. Billions. All the robbery since 1960 to date it cannot be compared to the amount of money stolen by one national politician. That's why you see they don't want that, they want to talk to that position. Because they see them as social security. And as a means to an end in itself. That if they don't enter, they go die. My brothers and sisters, it is time to do the right thing. I want to advise Sowore. Sowore, I'm not threatening you, I'm only advising you. Who not be president today, go be president tomorrow. You be young man. Not go destroy your popularity where you get in the future. With this your anti-people's fight. Because if not the rigging machine where this set of position depend on, say if it happen, they suppose not give up by themselves, so Obi is the winner. They know. And let me tell you, that rigging machine will not work. So worry, don't destroy your chances. Your chances may come in the future. Don't work against the views of the people. Somebody accused me, said, forget, you're a member of PDP. Why are you not supporting Obi? Will litter the administration.
All right, thank you very much, my people. We'll stop that video right there. I would like us to start talking about this right now. If you're right there on the comment section, please help us to share. If you're watching us right now, anywhere you're watching us from, help us to share this broadcast to give awareness to others that we are here this evening talking about our own future. We are for Peter Obi, we are for Labour Party, and I'm very proud to associate myself with Mr. Peter Obi. I've said it before on this platform. When it comes to the three-horse race, the frontliners, PDP, Labour Party, and APC, the only person that we can hope on right now is Peter Obi. PDP can never take us nowhere, and APC can never ever take us nowhere. Let's stand for what is right. I would like my panelists to start talking right now. I'm going to start with Mr. Israel because of time. Mr. Israel, my brother, are you there with us? I think we've lost Mr. Israel already. He's not here anymore. Okay. Okay. I would like to start. Okay, he's here. Mr. Israel, good evening to you once again. I would like you to talk to us. Are you there?
Are you talking about me?
Yes. Please go ahead. Talk to us.
Right. Thank you very much, everyone. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning to everyone who is listening to us. As you can see, it's very early morning right here in Pluto. I just want to quickly say this, when freedom is coming, it looks like a wave. You will not see it now, but the way it will come, it will capture you. Very, very surprising. And this is what the obese movement is telling you about. Nigeria Watch is here today. Everyone who has been familiar to this platform from day one, you are going to understand that for this obese movement to start or to kickstart, how this whole thing of freedom actually emerged, it started from here, where you are watching now. Now, I am a hardcore supporter of Omoyele Sowore. But when you have to understand one thing, I still believe in him. But one thing we must understand as citizens of Nigeria is that we want change. And when that change is coming, everybody must embrace it. Because that is what we are pledging allegiance to right now. Every Nigerian. So, when you see something like that coming, and that movement is beyond you, then you cue into it and see if it can open a way for you also. Because when it was yours, that wave didn't move. So it shows it wasn't your turn. But I want to appeal to my brother, and as a fellow human rights activist, that he should go to the Bible, and all of you who has the Bible, and go to Habakkuk 2 verse 3. He said, for a vision is yet an appointed time. At that time, it was not yours. But this time, this is a revolution that emanated from the people and metamorphosed into Obi. Let that reign. Allow it to happen. Cue into it. Maybe God will also move you as well. We are all the generation of freedom. I decided to stand for this platform, Niger Watch, because I believe on the foundation of how people set things from the grassroots to make sure it affects the ordinary citizens. And that is why you and I has the mouth to speak right now for a better change. When we were talking here, maybe 30, 40, 50 people watching us, they were laughing at us and telling us that we are Indomie generation, that we don't know what we are saying. But today, it has now become a movement that is unstoppable. He can bear me witness. He's right there looking at you. If I'm lying, Niger Watch is there. We started this thing 3 years ago. They were laughing at us that a smaller party would change the status quo. They said we were just joking. Here we go. That is to tell you, like I always tell you guys, that when injustice becomes a law, resistance becomes a duty. And that is what you're doing. But I want to tell my brother Omoyele Sowore, let us put this ego aside and continue to work for the benefit of all Nigerians, irrespective of your tribe, belief, and what you are in the society. Because Nigeria now is yearning for freedom. And this is how Mandela started. The life of Jacob Zuma. But you actually know that Jacob Zuma played a major role in the apartheid regime? Most of you does not know. Do you also know that people like Thabo Mbeki played a role in the apartheid for the apartheid movement to fail in South Africa? Nobody knows. The current president right now, Cyril Ramaphosa, he was one of the negotiators. People like Walter Sisulu, Oliver Tambo, but all you hear is Nelson Mandela. But what made that movement works is the combination of different people with different ideas that brought out the change that South Africa has today. So I want to urge everyone, whether you're from the north, south, east, or west, let us remove the tribal sentiment out of this. And let us work for a common goal, an aspiration, and as usual, a common language of freedom. Let us not blame ourselves, because we are also part of this, because we allow these people to gain this nonsense to envelop us with hatred and division that has been hovering around us like that of the Bermuda Triangle. I want to urge all Nigerians Be careful of different platforms on social medias. They are going to swing onto Obi. It's already happening. These are people who could not get money from their Milocon. They tried, but now they are not singing Obi. But be careful. I will still be sounding this thing to you. Stop, associating with this kind of platform. They are going to change your mindset. Because the freedom, this is not just by the ordinary people. This is from God. And if you don't be careful, these people will swing you back to their own, because they are going to use you to get their own political ambition. They have something they want to do. So they will always tell you that they are for the Obina. They've changed because they couldn't get their money. Because they want to use you or use the movement to gain their political ambition. Take note of these things, my brethren, brothers and sisters. You are not my enemy. You are my brothers. You are my friend. And you are my fellow concerned citizens. We've had enough of these people moving us from right to center, using our head. But the problem they have now is that they could not believe how united Nigerians are now. This is their threat. I must beg you once again, for you to understand the truth, you must stay where you are. Stop moving like them. Today they are in one party. Tomorrow, oh, you don't pay, you don't give them money. These are people who are supposed to be fighting for your right. That is what they claim. But they are not. Because they want to use your platform, hiding under your platform to gain their political reign. Be careful, Nigerians. Be careful. All this you are seeing, that they are, what you don't know now, 10 minutes ago, they have just launched a campaign now on a door-to-door in Abuja by the All Progressive Congress. They are moving. Obedience. We should not fight anyone. Use what you have to get home your demand. And the demand is, Nigeria belongs to us and not for them. My people, my last but not the least, we must be ready. Tell your brothers, tell your sisters, uncles and aunties that Nigeria is no longer going back. We are going to the wilderness, and the only person to lead you right now is Peter Obi. I thank you all for listening. I thank you all for giving me the opportunity to speak to you. I will always remain with you, and I promise to do that. One love to you. God bless you all, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Israel Machiavelli. Thank you very much for that wonderful delivery. You said it all. You said it all. Yes, the only hope is Peter Obi. That's the only hope we have right now. Like our brother, Contextualizing Sowore also stated earlier on, if we miss this opportunity, every one of us are certainly going to suffer. Although we are already suffering, but it's going to be worse. Tinubu doesn't have anything to offer, and Atiku doesn't have anything to offer. Our only hope after God is Peter Obi. So we must endeavor to stand for what is right. And we have to also be careful of these authentic, fake, satanic platforms who previously called their principal, Tinubu, to give them money. They called severally, and Tinubu did not listen to them. Automatically, they moved to Peter Obi. So what our brother Machiavelli was trying to say there, or what he was saying, is that this platform are looking how they can use the obedience for their selfish gain, or rather their selfish interest. We must be vigilant. We must be careful. There's a lot of scammers out there. There's a lot of satanic people trying to paint themselves as obedience. We must be very, very vigilant and be conscious of the kind of people we communicate with, the kind of people we associate ourselves with. Because at this particular moment now, a lot of them are everywhere. Please be careful. Even in our own platform now, some of our people on our WhatsApp platform, they're already attacking them. So please, we must be conscious about it. So thank you very much, my people. I'd like to move on now to Mr. Moriyi. Mr. Moriyi, good evening to you once again, sir. I would like you to talk to us. Mr. Moriyi, we can't hear you. Unmute yourself. Okay, you are good.
Good evening, bro. Please, Mr. Avis, can you take the next panelist? I'm actually driving. I will still get to my destination in the next 5 minutes. Thank you very much.
That's fine. Thank you, sir. I'll come back to you. Okay. All right. I would like to move on to my brother Alex. So we take you there. Mr. Alex, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Thank you very much, Mr. Najawash. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us.
Yes, I greet everybody on the comment section. I greet the panelists, and I greet viewers worldwide. The Obi movement is beyond Peter Obi. Thank God, you know. I see a lot of imitations. A lot of platforms are just doing what they are doing to try to get over 1 or 2 benefits from the movement. Me, shame, but I don't care how they do it. Let them just keep promoting Peter Obi, but everybody knows the real and the fake. You know, a criminal is a criminal. A greedy man is a greedy man. A greedy person is a greedy person. When you are money-minded, it's very easy to spot out. It may take some time, you know. People, so we just have to be very careful. There are a lot of people coming up now to set up many things in the name of Peter Obi. Okay, we have to be careful so we don't get swindled, or we don't fall victim of scam and so on and so forth. And a lot of people have agenda. They have political agenda. They are just trying to key in. So, but I want to thank this platform. We've been here for a long time discussing the growth of Nigeria, discussing the problems of Nigeria, discussing, you know, land grabbing, discussing being a voice to the voiceless, being the strength of the weak, you know, being the mouth of those who are not, you know, buoyant enough to get data. So we've been doing the right thing from day one. You know, since I came here, you know, there are some places you go to, you just don't feel comfortable. But when I came here, I felt at home because I saw the genuine, the sincere, and the zeal, the pure zeal to help one's nation. That patriotism, that love, you know, that perfect love from this platform. So, and a lot of imitations have come up. Each time I just see things, I just smile. So many of them now, they've abandoned Tinubu, they've abandoned Atiku because monies have not reached them. And I leave them to their conscience. So I want to thank everybody who in one way or the other has brought this movement to where it is today. The political gladiators, the business as usual people, politicians, they are all shaking. They are running a scatter. And there is no hiding place for them. The Bible says in the last days, fathers shall be against children. This is part of it. Some families of these political wicked men and women, they are divided. You see a family of 4 people, 3 children are for Obi. How do you talk to a full-grown man and woman, 19-year-old child or a 19-year-old son or daughter, who to support? From 18, according to Nigerian law, is an adult. Whether in Nigeria, in Afghanistan, is the same thing. And children nowadays, they grow up so fast. So there is this massive division. Most APC and PDP gladiators now are all under siege by their own family members, by their own circle of influence. This is as a result of the hard work put in by people like this platform. We've had panelists who've come here in season, out of season, whether it's convenient or not. They come to give their beat. They come to sensitize people, educate people, condemn the wickedness of politicians, checkmate government, call on those in government. We disagree, we agree, but we pass the right information and the right message. The hour of reckoning has come. The hour of reckoning. I was listening to Obayagbon about 2-3 hours ago when he was granting interview via Zoom on the popular media platform, Arise TV. From his body language, you will just know that this guy is divided. He does not want to offend his he was warning the political elite. I hope that they can learn lessons. I'm quoting his word, with the resurgimento of Peter Obi, with the emergence of Peter Obi, with the Obi movement. He called it obedient Obiism. The guy, everything he was saying about this movement was like, I am for Peter Obi, but I just can't say it. He concluded by saying Obi cannot win, just not to offend Tinubu yet. So the point is this: the movement is unstoppable. It's a train, not just a normal train. There are some trains that not like tram that go within the city. There are some trains that go intercity, interstate. They are so heavy. Those trains sometimes can carry cars. This is what this movement is about. The youths are tired. They are fed up. They've grown to the future they were promised. The future is not there. They're asking questions. They're opening books. They're knocking at doors of offices. Nobody's giving them the answers they want to hear. This is why in everything you are doing, in every position you find yourself, you may not be perfect, but fix the basic things of life. How can you tell a young child that was born in 1999, 2000 that there is no electricity? When a child watch TV or goes online and see how other countries are treating people of his own age, of our own age, in another country, how can you tell a child that he cannot travel, or she cannot travel to go and see grandma from Lagos to Kaduna? How do you explain to, how long are you going to keep lying that your car is bad or that the road is having issues? How long? The children have friends who live abroad. Some of their families are well-to-do. They tell them everything. So this gave birth to a lot of things. How can you tell a child, a 21-year-old young school leaver, or a 20-year-old, student, that he cannot be on campus because of strike? What is strike? How come now students now know, children now know, teenagers now know about strike? Is this the kind of country that we were planning to give them in 1999 when we brought in democracy? So I don't get it. It's so barbaric. There is no savings to cushion the effect of the so-called global economic problem. Countries who are producing this oil we have are smiling to banks because they are taking advantage of the market crash of the Ukraine production, companies to cash in on this market and sell their own products. So how did we end up here? The Obasanjos of this world, the Atikus of this world, the Tinubus of this world. Look at somebody saying Tinubu is worth $6 billion. My goodness. Oh my God. That is the money owned by countries, nations. They'll tell you this nation is worth $1.6 billion, $800 million. There are countries that are worth just $300 million, $3 billion. One man is worth $3 billion because of fraudulent activities. And they will tell me he built Lagos. Lagos that cannot boast of 24/7 electricity. Lagos that don't have tram like we do in foreign countries. Lagos that don't have a world-class medical facility. Lagos that don't have a world-class university. Lagos that cannot boast of tourism. I don't understand the kind of building Lagos. Is it sand and cement building of Lagos? Because you build people that took over lands and buildings, and you say you built Lagos? Lagos that when it rains, there are no drainages. Houses are swallowed up for days with flood. And you say you built Lagos? I don't understand. If you go to some parts of Lagos, you'll be wondering if you are in a village in the mainland. Some parts 3 months there is no light. 3 months, 2 months, 1 month and a half. I visited a friend for 3 weeks in the mainland. There was no light throughout. He was telling me, this one at 3 weeks now. At times 2 months. They blink here. The day they will blink that light, just a blink, you hear them shout, "Up NEPA!" I got that slogan from them. Up NEPA. I said, wow. And they will just take it again. Less than 2 hours. The guy told me it's next 2 months or next month. So you are not telling me you built Lagos. If this is how to build Lagos, we don't want such a builder to come and build Nigeria. We don't want. So we always do things for the future. Today now, I've already planned my movement tomorrow. It may not be 100%. I would have ideas about things to do. In the morning, I've got plans. In the afternoon, I've got plans. In the evening, I may not be able to do the rest, but at least I can do 1 or 2 out of 5. No, not just no plans at all. How did we end up here? That children are not asking, and now you are not shouting that they are supporting a movement. Somebody is selling them ideas, telling them the way forward, giving them hope with antecedent, verifiable credentials. The guy said, go and verify. I went to school here. I served here. I was in London. I did this and that and that. AFCC has been parading England, seeking for Obi's downfall. I got that information. They've been investigating for the past 1 month, looking for either tax fraud or anything. There's nothing. There's nothing. They're flying up and down like birds. So the man is not perfect, but I mean, out of the 3 of them or 4 of them, right now he has been able to sell himself to the whole country, and there's nothing anybody can do about it. And if INEC attempt to rig this election, forget about Nigeria, because the youths now are used to death. Nobody is scared anymore. They are the ones to tell the government, go and bring your killers again. We saw it at Lekki Toll Gate. We are waiting. You let them come this time. There's no way. Obasanjo already said it. The INEC should be very careful. He said it last 3 weeks. The NSACs will be a practice. Should they try to rig this coming election? And with the body language of Obasanjo, he's ashamed of himself because it's part of this wickedness meted on human beings whose sin is to be born on the soil of Nigeria. What sin have they committed to be in a country that don't have one world class medical facility? No good transportation, nothing. As for Sowore, you cannot erase the works of Sowore even right from his school days. Give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar, and to God what belongs to God. You can't rub Peter to paper. Sowore is not perfect, but the guy is a nice guy. I said it on this platform. I said it's just a matter of time. He will still be a president of Nigeria. Because Sowore can give his life too. I see he has some little quality when it comes to ruggedity with Wike. I admire them. They have that thing. They are fearless. They are bold. They know what to do. They do the basic thing. Just that Sowore has not been a governor. So these are the kind of people I want to be with. People who can look eyeball to evil and say you are evil, not speaking English about it. Sowore has done a lot. I mean, even me, I have not done a quarter of what he has done. And I cannot be jealous of such a man. I should be happy that I subscribe to his ideology of a better Nigeria. Just that the forces that be, because he was so vocal, he was so raw, he was determined, the forces that be tried by all means to ostracize him, to truncate his ideology, to truncate his dreams of liberating Nigeria. And he will still get there. They've beaten him, they've shot at him, they killed his brother. This is a man that has been restricted from seeing his family for years. This is a man that has escaped the bullet more than 100 times. Sowore deserves, to be recognized, to be appreciated. So for me, I love him. He may not be perfect also. Maybe the way he expresses himself sometimes. I love the guy. But I will appeal to him as a brother in the same struggle. As an elder brother in the same struggle. I love his, the way he faces off with this government. People accuse him in different corners of journey to bring down Jonathan. Good luck. I cannot substantiate that. But I look at the good side. I look at the brighter side. But I still see him becoming a Nigerian president. But I want him to calm down a bit. And I want either Peter Obi or Sowore, and I want them to reach out for themselves. If you talk about age, in Africa, we are brought up to respect age. Sowore is younger. But I know that he has been at the forefront. He has done things that even Obi has not done for Nigerians. But you won't know. You won't know. Obi has not been arrested before. Obi has not been vocal before. But this guy has been vocal. I say it the way it is. I love both of them. I look forward to a day where I will see them holding hands together to work together. I look forward to a day where I see two of them sitting down to move this country forward. I look forward to a day where I will see two of them finding a common ground, even if they have different parties. Political parties are just formed up with a group of people with like minds to capture power. They can still have a common ground. You see the Northerners. I suspect Kwankwaso collapsing his structure for his Northern brother at the dying minute, the way Tambawa did it to Wike. So the South should also think of something like that. I'm appealing to Sowore. Sowore is a future president. He's born with it, that activism, that leadership. He knows the he's of the Nigerian country. He knows the problems. He knows what to do. He's vast. He's educated. He's well-traveled. He's exposed. He's seen it all. So we can't take it from him. I respect him, and I will never stop to respect him. Because of people like that we still have the fragments, these crumbs, the little restraint from these wicked politicians in Abuja. Today, he cannot travel out of Abuja because of me and you. You may say he's fighting for himself. It's not true. When somebody is fighting something or for a cause, people always accuse him or her for, different attacks, left, right, and center. So I'm looking forward for a common ground between Obi and Sowore, Obi, Sowore, and Wike, because these are my guys. They have something in them I love. So, and I want us to beware of fraudulent activities going on online now about Obi movement. Verify everything, make calls, check. As you hear anything about Obi movement, don't be too emotional. Make calls from those around you and find out if this is true. I love the way the movement is gaining more momentum, gaining more power. Obayagbon said it just now that he has learned a lesson that you should never underrate. He said, in fact, he used the word, he said, whoever thinks that the Arab Spring is only restricted to the North Africa or the Arab world is a joker. You should learn from the answers that something similar to the Arab Spring is happening with the Obi movement. Go and listen to that YouTube program. So something is happening. This is a core APC man talking. A man that dines and wines with the Tinubus and the Buharis of this world. He spoke for more than 11 minutes describing the Obi movement. But he refused to agree that they will win because of his principles. So ladies and gentlemen, as I conclude, I want to join Osakonofodi to say, if we miss it next year, Nigeria is finished. But I know we will not miss it. The momentum we go 100 times more in the next few months, because I see many people are coming in. Some of them, 95, Can you hear me? Hold on, please.
Yes, we can.
Hello. Okay. People who are moving. Wait, hold on, please. People who are moving into the movement now, we should be careful. A lot of them with genuine passion and interest, but a lot of them with selfish motives. So I will drop it here. I'm still singing to Sowore. I'm appealing to him to try and have a rethink, to come down and try and see how they can have the way Tambawa did it for his brother. We are from the south, whether southeast or southwest or south, whatever. They should try and work together for a better country. The youth love them. The youth love them. Thank you. All right.
Thank you so much, my brother. I appreciate you for your wonderful delivery right there. Thank you. And for the video for Obayagbon, we are going to be addressing this tomorrow by 6 p.m. We are going to be here again. So we have specific video that we need to talk about today. And I also like to show you the A Million March movement that happens today in Ogun State for Mr. Peter Obi. Before I call the other panelists, I would like us to watch this video right here. Please help us to share. For those of you on the comment section, help us to like this video as well. The like is not very encouraging. Please like the video. You liking the video means that YouTube can recommend this particular video for others that have not seen it before. And you sharing the video, you are giving awareness to other Nigerians, to know what we all are doing here, or the effort we are putting in to change the narrative or to take Nigeria back from the devilish and satanic leaders that have been ruling us for a very, very, very long time. Please help us to share while we watch this video. God bless you all.
Members of the Labour Party under the aegis of the Coalition for Peter Obi Presidency have held a 1 million man walk for its presidential candidate Peter Obi and his running mate Yusuf Baba Ahmed in Abeokuta, the Ogun State capital. The walk, which took off from the popular Kuto market, saw members march through major streets of the state capital. They appealed to party supporters to get ready to move with the flow as activities gather momentum ahead of the elections next year.
By all credentials on the table, our parents sent us to school for a reason. If you don't have a certificate, then they won't employ you in the banks. You need to present some of these things. And when you are running for office, we need to put our best hands forward. Check the leading aspirants on the table. Who is the most qualified out of them? Let us not deceive ourselves. Who is the most qualified? Honestly, is our leader, our candidate, Mr. Peter Obi, and we are here in solidarity to let them know that yes, we support him. We are going to rally around our state and let them know that we are here as one youth, and we are moving forward. By God's grace, Nigeria will not be where it is right now. It's going to move forward by God's special grace. Through our leadership, Mr. Peter Obi. We are just out to let the people know that yes, we are in town. They said no structure this, no structure that. Look at this. What does this tell us? This is just the beginning. Campaign has not started. When it starts, you will see all youths in motion.
All right, my people. You see, this is funny. You know why it's funny? Because these people have they previously though looked down on Peter Obi by saying that this man doesn't have a structure, Labour Party doesn't have a structure, Peter Obi doesn't have experience, doesn't have this and all that. Peter Obi is a social media president. The whole thing that is shock these people right now. Do you know the beautiful thing about this whole thing right now, this movement, is that every tribes are embracing it. Every tribe. Peter Obi is not an Igbo president. He's not striving to become an Igbo president or a Edo president or Yoruba president. He wants to become the president of Nigeria, where every one of us will benefit from it. I like this. Well, the video that you just watched right now happened in Ogun State. If I'm correct or if I'm not mistaken, Ogun State is a Yoruba land, right? Listen, guys, we could not worry. We all are patiently waiting on the 28th of September for campaign to start. We are waiting. No problem. Let me hear from others right here. I would like Mr. Collins to talk to us. Mr. Collins, are you there with us? Collins, New Zealand, I guess. You can see.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, thank you very much for joining us. Please tone down any devices that is close to you right there. Talk to us, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, can you hear me now, right?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. Good morning and happy Sunday.
Thank you,
for
sir.
having me. Yeah. I don't have much to say. I just want to address some issue that Mr. Les just said. First, I want to talk about Sowore. You know, I respect Sowore. I do respect people. But when you do something, I respect you. When I look at the angle you are coming from, then I respect you. But when you start doing something different, I begin to not think twice about it. Sowore claims he loves Nigeria. That is always what he preached, that he loves Nigeria. And he loves Nigeria, and you see what Nigeria wants and see what is going on in Nigeria. The problem that is that the whole attention that is going to Peter Obi now, that is what Sowore dream of. That is what Sowore was. As this is his own dream. This is how he wanted his life to be. Now, at the end of the day, people choose that, okay, this is where we are going, and you believe that you want Nigeria to be a better place. If you believe in what you preach, you have to embrace this. That is why yesterday, when we had, I said I respect Professor Pat Oton, but people don't know the reason why I said that. If you watch that man politics, since he joined Nigeria politics, begin to watch the way he plays politics. He always put Nigeria first. Nigeria first, not Pat Otomi first. Nigeria first. Even when at the end of the day, maybe run for any position, and at the end of the day, didn't make it to the top, we always go back to that Nigeria first, Even this good governance, you always try to canvass people from different regions, from different angle, different religion, try to make sure that Nigeria work for everybody. That is the kind of man I respect enough. Because those are the people who put Nigeria first, not people that are fighting for their own selfish interest. Let me tell you, I'm just telling you, if it sure will happen to be Nigeria president today, trust me, he will do more than Buhari. He will do more than Atiku. He will do more than Obasanjo. Because his ambition, his own ambition, is not ambition for Nigeria. He has his own ambition. This is the same guy that brought Buhari to Nigeria. He sent Buhari to Nigeria. Sowore practicalizing send Buhari to Nigeria. He does that with his own social media. Sahara Reporter, he practically sent Nigeria. He sent Buhari to Nigeria. Because at the end of the day, he didn't like what Jonathan, because at the end of the day, he didn't like Jonathan. He sent Nigeria Buhari. So when I look at people say they respect people, for me, I respect people. I do respect people a lot. But when I look at you that and I find that you are doing something different, you are doing something that we are preaching against, that is when I get angry with you. For me, I get angry when people talk about Wike, Sowore, that is the people that we should emulate. If Wike is the people that I'll be telling my children to emulate, that shows me that I don't have ambition for my children. If I can have a child and I say, if you want to look at your hero should be Wike. Watch Wike. If you want to live your life, this is the life I want you to live. Just watch how Wike live life. That is the life I want you to live. That shows I don't even wish my child or any of my relation well. That is not the kind of life I wish for my own children. I don't even wish that life for myself. I don't wish that life for myself because those are not the example I want to set for my own children. So people all I'm just asking that Sowore, if Sowore feel like he wants Nigeria to work, he should embrace it. Nigeria have made decision. People have made decision. This is not even for one region or one religion or one ethnicity. This is coming from the whole Nigeria. And people that are speaking this is not an old woman. It's not an old man. These are the youth that Sowore claim that he project their belief. Now the youth are telling that Oga, now here we want to be. Why can't he embrace this? Okay, now this is what if Pat Otomi can step down. I said that is the young man, Pat Otomi, if Pat Otomi happened to be Sowore, trust me, the people like Sowore will not step down. But for somebody like Pat Otomi to step down, say, okay, you lead first, let's follow you. because we are fighting for the same thing. If you surely believe he's fighting for the same thing that P2B is fighting, the same thing that people like Part of Tom is fighting, you have to join hands because at the end of the day, you want to make Nigeria a better place. Is that not what you are fighting for? If you believe that you're fighting for the benefit of Nigeria, can't you work with these people to make sure that Nigeria work? You don't need to quarrel with them. If you believe that, you don't need even to tackle them. You just have to share idea with them. Okay, what are you people bringing on board? What are you people going to offer? Then we share idea. Okay, I have my own experience. Can we work it this way? Then that is how people that if you believe that you wish Nigeria well, you are fighting for Nigeria. But that is why I say every Nigeria position, they're always there for their own selfish interest. And that is what gets me annoyed when it comes to Nigerian politicians. They don't do like Westerners. They don't look. Oh, if you watch the way Western politicians behave, what their own is just they want to leave legacy. That is their own problem. They want to have so that when they left power, people will have something to say about them. But Nigerian politicians don't want to do that. So that is when it comes. Hello?
Yeah, Mr. Collins, thank you. I try to round up soon, okay?
Okay, yeah. So that is it when it comes to that. And another thing again, what happened in Ogun State today shows that structure doesn't matter because the structure, who are those structures people? What happened not only in Ogun State today, it happens in Newe as well. People in Newe also do their own campaign, their own rally today. So what is happening that everybody has started to embrace it, that P2B is there as this is the way they're moving. The whole thing is not even P2B. I don't see P2B as the whole thing. I don't even look at P2B. What I'm looking at, what do the people want? And this is what people want. They want to take their country back, and what they are now, Labour, they see Labour as where they can cast their vote to make sure that their voice can be able to hear, people can listen to them. So what happened in Ogun today shows that this is no longer a child's play, no longer where people can come and play. So it's not only the people like this month again. I heard that 17th of this September, Benue, other states are already fixing their own. That shows you how the whole thing, and nobody even they are funding themselves. That shows you how organic this movement is. They are funding themselves. That shows you how the organic it is. So all I'm encouraging people, my kudos go to those people that did that rally in Ogun State. And also I want other states, if you haven't been able to do it, people should continue to fix yourself and do your own to show the support to other youths in Nigeria. Thank you.
God bless you, my brother, Mr. Collins. Thank you so much for your own delivery right there. All right. Before I move on to the next person, I just want to urge
I have to go now because I have to start for church. Then another person should take up my
okay.
spot.
Thank you very much. Endeavor to join us all the time, Mr. Collins. Thanks for joining us.
I always join, but this I join with the different YouTube. Did I have another? Maybe it's just I join with my phone today, but I used to do my laptop, but today I use my phone, so that's why I use different.
Wonderful. Thank you very much for one of us. Thank you. All right. Please help us to share this broadcast. We are still here and like the broadcast as well. I just want to appreciate Silvanus Enyi for the wonderful super chat right there for us. We appreciate you so much, Silvanus Enyi. You have been supporting us for a while now. We are very, very grateful. God bless you. God bless every one of you right there on the comment section. Thank you very much for joining us. Help us to like this broadcast, share the broadcast as well. Let our voices go far. Also use the $ right there on the comment section to support this movement. Encourage us to do more for you. Thank you very much. I would like to move on right now to Engineer Ken. Engineer Ken, good evening to you, sir. How are you doing today?
Mr. Abyss, I don't ready I beg, no verse.
Okay. Okay. After Engineer Ken, I'll come back to you, sir.
Bye, Mr. Abyss. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay. I should go ahead with Mr. Murray, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Mr. Murray, thank you very much for coming back. Talk to us.
Thank you, bro. Thank you, sir. I was here, but I was just driving. I wanted to be safe so that if I could make my submission.
Go ahead.
Thank you for having me. My greetings to my fellow panelists, our esteemed viewers across the globe, especially those on the comment section, the pillars of this forum like Mommy Diaspora and Co. You know, we are the reason for us coming here every day. We cannot do without you. Yeah, having said that, you know, the time is fast spent because of time difference. I want to especially greet those that have made their submission so far, Makavali and Mr. Alice. Thank you for being so soft on Sowore today. I thought it was going to be bullet as usual. Thank you very much. And I think even the last speaker, spoke very well, but he's entitled to his opinion. We are all wired differently. We're entitled to our various opinions. I think there's one thing I just want to make clear today. We all have something in common. We want a better Nigeria. We want a Nigeria that works for everybody. We want an egalitarian society where our children will be proud to say, yes, we are from that area. I was asking 2 children yesterday in America. I got to a workshop. Like, where are you from? I'm from here. But they say my dad is from Nigeria. I asked the other one, where are you from? I'm from here. But they say my dad, not even that my dad is from Nigeria. They say my dad is from Nigeria. Which means they are not young, they are not children. None of them is less than 25, 30 years. That shows no sense of, pride in them. They are not willing to, claim that place like, oh, this is my home. If my dad is from there, I should be from there. So what I'm trying to say is that I just want to quickly talk on the Sowore issue. For those that are far from Sowore, we've discussed this issue a time without number. No matter the name you call Sowore, depending on how you look at it from, selfish, cocky, arrogant, you could be right in your own little way. You are judging him based on what you understand it to be. But for those that are close to Sowore, it's dealing with principles. On matters of principle, like I said the other day, some people are strong and solid as Olomorok. That thing, it's even working against his ambition. Inability to separate activism from politics. Somebody once told me when I was contesting in Nigeria, this is somebody I supported when he was conferring for councillorship. I never had it in mind that I was going to come. Then I was still in school. But God just blessed me with a little business, that made me popular everywhere. People could come to me for one help or the other. I could also do that in my own little way. But when I graduated, like I was preparing for youth service, somebody came like, oh, I said, no, I wanted to serve. That was in 1999. So I came back from youth service, with my business and everything. The opportunity came again, sometimes, oh, you have to come. Do you know the same person I assisted in the time past was my greatest, my greatest enemy. You could not believe it. I'm like, what he told me? He said, politics is not a moral game. I can never forget that word. I reported it to some of our close friends, like, look at somebody. I was even against my brother because of this person. I fought my brother openly in the field because of that thing is still in my family today. When you come from a polygamous home, every little thing you do goes a long way. People see me because my brother wasn't, because he was my half brother. That was why I was right. I said, no, I was just fighting for what was right. This gentleman is coming up. You must not be the one that will be his obstruction. When my time came, this guy told me it's not a moral game. That thing is, still in my brain. So the reason why I'm saying this is, when it comes to principle, I think Omoyele is too cocky. A lot of us, we know when I came to this platform, I could fight because of Sowore. I love him so much. I still love him to tomorrow, even till now. Nobody thought I'll be able to support somebody else. Because we have come along, we have known Sowore for more than 32 years. So, he's not a bad guy, but when he's bringing his activism, the one he did in school, into Nigerian politics, my brother, like they say in our local palace, it will be easier for the head of a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for Nigerian authorities, Nigerian oppressors and politicians to allow somebody like a Sowore to be president. It's going to take a revolution. It's going to take, drastic measures. So, the last speaker said he expected Sowore is fighting for better Nigeria, Obi is fighting for better Nigeria. He expected Sowore to embrace the movement just the way most of us are doing right now. You are right, you're entitled to your opinion. But then in politics, my brother, it's not so. A matter of ideology will come in. Let me shock you in some areas. I'm not castigating Obio. I'm for the movement. I always say here, on the side of the people I've been, on the side of the people I remain, on the side of the people I will die. So let me shock you. Do you know people are not comfortable with people like Sowore now? that you had something to do with PDP in the past, that you were once a vice to Atiku. Like you are saying that you look, they also be recently, what we do to our money that have been stolen by this politician, what will happen to them? If when Obi was saying our eyes are in our front so that we can look forward, we don't put God did not put our eyes in our back so that we can proceed, we can make a progress. People like Oshowere would be, they would be itching. They want to slaughter Obi by. See, these are different people. Showore by now, if he's having the kind of popularity Obi is having right now, from the donation people are giving him, he will be building a cell and detention for our looters already. But Obi is saying, this is not something, even when you want to do it, this is the politics in it. Even when you want to do something like that, by the time you bring up solid institutions, like in the FEC, you redefine their objective, you rebuild them to, a strong, to a level that nobody will be able to influence them. They can take care of things like that. Obi does not even want to look back. What has been stolen has been stolen. Where we are now, let's block the loopholes so that more cannot be stolen. Talking of fund our money would be a unnecessary fight. It will cause confusion, it will cause disharmony, it will cause it will derail the progress. Then people like Sowore will want to see the life of Tinubu, Atiku rot in jail. There's no way you can convince him. It's a matter of principle. I give you another example because time will not allow me. Each time I talk, I always talk from my own little experience. It's not as if I'm trying to say I know too much. We were in NAS together, National Association of Nigerian Students. Not the NAS you have to deal of zone B, zone A, zone D, zone 0. No, we were NAS from north to south, east to west. We were NAS. We were strong. It will shock you to see that it's even the position that has divided them. I watched the NAS president that day. You don't need a prophet to tell me that guy was sponsored by a politician. He's not even working with the ASU president or with the ASU fighting for them. He said the ASU president is not picking his call. This is how much they have divided us. Look at the Niger Delta. They give him a contract to Topolo. The other Niger Delta militants are fighting for a contract of security instead of coming back together to unite to fight our resources that have been taken away from us. This is how much they can divide us. My people, let's be careful. Enough of this division. There is much we can achieve if we unite. Somebody say, Sowore, this is one thing I want. See, I don't want to hear this. We have addressed this over and over again, sir. My brother Collins, don't say something you cannot substantiate. Don't say Sowore brought Buhari. It's a wrong impression. Even the last program Kachi had, somebody has to give us a very wrong video. I was so concerned that we have to prove this into this. The video is sent? A video of Sowore having an interview in a radio station with a minister, telling the minister that you rode on our back, the back of Nigerian youth to get to power. We're going to shock you. That was what that gentleman could present. My brother, by the time they tell you, Sowore is working for Tinubu, he's working for federal government, he has taken money, he embezzled his party's money. These are the things they play so that we can be divided. If we are united, no oppressor, no politician. You see what is happening right now? You see what we are achieving in the movement right now? It's because of unity. Don't let them say that erroneous and divisive tendencies to you. Sowore brought Buhari to power. How? You can't prove it. Sowore is an activist and he was a journalist in conjunction with his activism. The way he fought against IBB was the way he fought against Abacha. Abacha was the way he revealed all the secrets against Obasanjo. Was the same way he revealed all the looting of Abdul Salami. He didn't spare Jonathan when Jonathan came aboard. Sowore was the first person that revealed the mansion Atiku Abubakar has in Potomac. The day Sowore went into that mansion to interview Atiku, that was the last time Atiku stepped his leg into US. The next thing was the IBI to invade that, to investigate that mansion. So he has done it. So maybe you were thinking because Jonathan is our brother, a Christian from South, he should have spared Jonathan. Sowore does not think the way you think, my brother. Enough of this divisive and erroneous pressure so that you can hate Sowore. Whether you like Sowore, whether you hate him, there is nothing you cannot take from Sowore. Consistency. I'm here, I was supporting Sowore today. I'm for the people's movement. If people say, this is the person we can listen to. If you listen to Sowore and the big movement message, they are similar. Obi has started saying we cannot continue like this. In 2019, Sowore was saying we want to take our country back. Now he has started saying we cannot continue like this. They have something in common. Sowore's problem with this guy is just principle. You're not willing to compromise, which is not good in politics. I'm here. Sowore is hearing me, could be hearing me right now. Most of our friends are hearing me right now. We try to talk to Sowore. He worked against me too when I contested in my own little word, with a little word as a councillor.
Mr.
Then we
Mori,
go to yes,
Mr. Mori, I'm sorry that I have to stop you right there. Somebody is here. I want to talk to him. I think you want to respond to what you're saying. I'll come back to you again.
No problem, sir.
All right. Thank you. Caller, go ahead. Good evening to you.
Niger Watch, may the good Lord bless you for this platform.
Amen.
I'm addicted to this platform right now that I'm supposed to be at work. I have to shift my job for an hour before I go. And I don't know why, because I don't know, this is educative. The last time I called, when there was a wrangling with one maker or something like that, I told them, kid, watch this platform, and they ask us questions. And because they will listen and say, oh, Dad, you're in Nigeria. Why did they say this and now they are saying this? So it's so educative. So anybody that is coming to this platform should have evidence, one, and should not talk with annoyance, like shout, because people won't get what you're saying. Be simple and go straight to the point. Now let me talk to Mr. Mori. Mr. Mori and Mr. Alex, please, because of you I call. And I called because of Sowore. If you are in Nance, just the way you say you were nice in Nance in the 90s, I was in Nance too. We were the one that walked all the way from Edo, Benin City, from Unibe to Epuma to go and bury Moses Osagede, the Nance, the Union president, Nance president there that come from Epuma that died. Now, to your response, why I'm responding to you is this. There's always a platform for somebody to become great. Always a platform for somebody to become great. The school I went to was ABU. In ABU then, science people don't come to dance and do anything. But somebody brought me to dance. Is in government today, but that is not what we want to talk about. Pertaining to Omoyele Sowore, I know Omoyele Sowore very, very well. But the next thing I'm trying to do, that I'm trying to like plead for, if Omoyele is watching this, and I'm telling Niger Watch, Omoyele Sowore is watching your program right now. If you don't know, I can confirm it.
Of course, we know. We brought Omoyele Sowore was in our platform 2 months ago. He spent 2 hours, 30 minutes here taking questions and answers.
You so much.
Yeah.
For you to know what I'm talking about, it's just because most of us we don't reveal ourselves. Sometimes when we're calling our name here, we just give a name to cover out because we know we are in Nigeria. My family is there. Now, the thing I'm trying to say is this. This is a platform and this is a person the youth are yearning for. Why can't Omoyele Sowore step on Obi's shoulder to rise? Why can't Omoyele Sowore support Obi now, be in Obi's government, change himself, and be future president, just like Alex says? That guy is the future president of Nigeria. But he, like Osakwonogboji said, he should not destroy his future. Because internet don't lie. And internet don't forget. People will bring it to him in future that when the whole Nigerian youth are running for change, you will separate yourself. No matter how you say they're political activists, you are human rights so. Bulala. There's a time for everything. Like me right now in Canada. I'm not coming to vote, but I have influence. Anybody that asks for money from me to my family, to not my family, the check is PVC. And I've already told them, after election, the check will be you, because everybody I know and I've helped in my life, I've given them food. If you are voting, if Nigeria allow vote, start who you vote. If you don't start who you vote, you are not getting 10 kobo or $1 from me because you like the scope. I didn't come to work with people. I'm not Jesus Christ. Time has come to change your own situation. So now to Mr. Mori, please. We are friends to Sowore. We know Sowore. I know Sowore very, very well. Like a close path. Let's say it the way it is. Sowore, it's time for you to step on Obi's shoulder so that in years' time you will rise. Why Obi is reigning now is that he's been tested and trusted with government. Why you are not reigning right now is because of your antecedents. Most people, I think, the whole Nigeria, they will never let you be there until we defeat them. And it will only take Obi to defeat them for a person like you to rise. Obi was, people not the fight. Person when they fight say, not the save himself. Oh. Person when they prison, not the save himself. Now people with the outside, they come pillar. I'm saying this because I know you are listening to me. And I know you know my voice. Although you don't know the name I use, you will know that this person, okay, change his name. But you know my voice.
Thank you.
It's time to step on Obi's shoulder and rise.
Thank you. Thank you.
You see, the normal that you are talking about, the normal step on Mawa's shoulder and become what he is now.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Mr. Mute yourself, please. Oh God, there's a noise coming out from there. Don't unmute yourself yet. Thank you very much, caller.
Thank you. I'm done. Right? Thank you.
God bless you, sir. Thank you. I have another caller right here. Hello, good evening to you, Mr. Pius. Thank you very much for calling us, and I want to thank you very, very much for your support earlier on. God bless you, sir. Thank you for your continued support here for us. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, good evening, sir. The Moses of our time. More anointing to you. God bless you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
For everything you are doing. Yes, sir. Yeah, when I call, I've been in this place here listening to everybody. And I want everybody to know. Because before I say something, I don't just sit down and say anything anyhow. Because I only come deal with my God. I can say it's not God I sent, I can see my spirit.
Okay, we lost you there. We can't hear you anymore.
Several times about
okay.
Hello, sir.
Okay, go ahead. We can hear you now.
Yeah, I've said this several times. I want to beg Omoyele Sowore for Omoyele Sowore, for the youth to love Omoyele Sowore for again. We love Omoyele Sowore, but you have to follow the people. Because what is going on now, sir? If Omoyele Sowore means this time not to support the youth, sir, no time, go and mark this thing. I'm not cursing Omoyele Sowore. I'm not insulting Omoyele Sowore. There is nothing he will do in Nigeria again. People will support Omoyele Sowore. Not everybody will go and mark it. But if Omoyele Sowore support Peter Obi now, support the youth, for we to bring Nigeria back together, this is what he has been fighting for. But now the youth did not. This is what Omoyele will fight for, the youth to back him more. But this time, God has bring another person out for Nigeria. Why Omoyele Sowore bring his ego down and support the youth? And if Omoyele Sowore support the youth now, sir, what is going to happen in future? Omoyele Sowore is going to be Nigeria president in future. But if he didn't support the youth now, sir, another person will come out again that the youth will support. They will forget about Omoyele Sowore. Go and mark Nigeria. What I know what I'm talking. Go and mark this when I'm saying. We are even though, let me tell you something about Omoyele Sowore. I don't know him before. Just as we are still talking, as I'm talking to you now, say Nigeria Watch. That way I was still talking to Omoyele Sowore that during for the last election. If even though let the whole youth now kneel down and beg Omoyele Sowore to step down and support Peter Obi, Omoyele will refuse. So he will refuse. If you say I'm lying, you boys should try, put it on your poll there. Make the whole Nigeria comment, beg Omoyele Sowore to step down and support the youth and support Peter Obi. Let us bring Nigeria together. What we want Nigeria to be. Omoyele will refuse.
Okay.
We have to know something. But I'm telling Omoyele Sowore now, I'm begging him, because of the Nigeria, because he say he love Nigeria, been fighting for Nigeria for so many years. This is the time we're supposed to know, oh, this man is really fighting for Nigeria. You see, this man has dropped his name, he has supported to be, he has joined the youth. And if Omoyele Sowore John Peter Obi will win, Omoyele Sowore, they will put in better position. Which Omoyele Sowore will change things in Nigeria. Without that one, if Omoyele Sowore change things in Nigeria, the time they put in any post, you see, anytime Omoyele Sowore come out again, say he want to be Nigeria president, the youth will back him up. They say, oh, when he was social position, or when he was minister of light, or when he was minister of this, this guy did great thing. He really fight for Nigeria, and they will back Omoyele Sowore up.
Thank you, Mr.
That's
Pius.
what I just want to say, sir. May God bless you, sir. Thank you very much for everything. God bless you.
Pius. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Thank you, sir. Hello, good evening to you. Your name and where you're calling us from. Hello.
Good evening, the panelists.
Thank you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Your name and where you're calling from.
Yeah. My name is Jonathan. I'm calling from Italy, Venice in Italy.
Thank you very much, my brother Jonathan.
I was actually the person that wrote on the comment section that you should display a number.
A number. Oh, wonderful. Thank you. Talk to us.
Yeah. Now. I wanted to speak about this Omoyele Sowore issue. Omoyele Sowore, I know his grief, I know his anger, he's bitter because this whole issue is like a project for him. He has been working for this day. He has been working, it's a project. He was hoping because he strategized everything. He know time will come when all the whole youth will rise. I said, no, enough is enough. We want to take what belongs to us. He know. And this time, about all this APC government, all these things that are happening, he knew that this 2023 was the right time for him to win the mind of the youth. All his hope belongs to, all his hope that he have is on the youth. But he forgot that it's not the way you expect things to happen that things happen. Things don't happen the way we expect it.
Yeah.
That is why we are not God. Now God, just like a little confusion right now, just a little confusion. Him himself, he cannot even sail, he cannot even drive very well. He cannot even calculate because this is the best opportunity for Omoyele Sowore. All he has been fighting for. Because I remember when Obi was, when they interviewed Obi, I forgot the station, was it Channel or Arise TV? Obi was analyzing things. The way he want the government to move after him. The way Obi spoke, he said after him, he did not expect the next president to be way older than him. He expects the next president to be younger. And that is how it will continue until the power got to the real average age. Omoyele Sowore is a young man. If he can really remove all his ego, all his dignity, or everything you think about that he have, and support Obi, I bet you, Omoyele Sowore, in no distance time from now, just a little short moment from now, maybe the next election or next two elections, Omoyele Sowore will be the next president of Nigeria.
Thank
It's
you.
a real opportunity for him, but now he's losing it.
Thank you, my brother.
Thank you.
God bless you. All right, let me take one more call. Then I'll go back to Mr. Mori to round up on his deliveries. Hello, good evening to you. Your name and where you're calling us from.
Hi, my name is Sunday, calling from US.
Thank you very much, sir. Go ahead, talk to us. You have 1 minute.
Yeah, I'm just calling about the Sowore case.
Okay.
Well, I was supporting him last time, even though I knew he was not going to win. But among the crop, he was the one that kind of stood out. But coming in now with this new dispensation, and of course the rally for Peter Obi, I would have thought just like some other guys spoke, to kind of rally behind Peter Obi, and then collapse his structure, join Labour Party, such that once Peter Obi gets in power, they can even make him maybe like the chairman of EFCC or ICPC and stuff like that. And then, of course, with the energy that he has, he can, clamp down on whoever needs to, be clamped down upon. And then, again, in the near future, at least, that way also he can, because of his antecedents and all his good works, I mean, it will just be an easy sale for him after the end of the tenure of, Peter Obi and, Daji. And then that's all I have to say.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
God bless you so much. Thank you very much, sir. All right, callers, just hold on for now. Let me go back to my panelists. I would like to hear from them. Mr. Moriyi, I'll give you 2 minutes to round up now. Go ahead.
Thank you very much, brother. See, this is why it's not good to lie. See, that guy just took my word. The next thing I wanted to say out of my mouth, I didn't even know. See, this is why we have to be very careful. When we talk, sometimes people feel we just make him out. Do you know the Moses Osaka that he talked about was the last president at the time? He died when he was moving from this is to Makodi for the restatement of students that were expelled in that school. So he died at Akwanga. So this guy that spoke may also know somebody like Okwakwa and Co. and Livingstone that were with Moses on that very day. So sometimes when we talk, people feel we just making noise. That guy just took, like he read my mind on the stage I was going to. We had a similar president, just like Omoyele Sowore. Moses Osaka there, we never compromise. I also mention some people now. During Lokegbenedio, we will have a meeting like we're going to protest against this thing. This school fees must not be increased. Moses will stand his ground 100%. He will not go back. Do you know some people around Moses in NAS? We go behind Moses and take bribe from Lokegbenedio. We had some of them in House of Assembly. I can mention one. One of them is Odulampa. Anybody listen to me can quote me, give me my number, let him call me. No, a lot of them were like that. So there are people that don't easily compromise. Do you know Moses Osaka there? We say, if he said go, now go. Going back, no day. Moses Osaka don't want to address VCs. They will rise up for Moses. They will listen to him because they know he has something to say. That was the time of student unionism. The Nigerian student body we used to know. Not the one of today that is saying, I'm calling us, so is not picking my call. Probably has suspected 1 or 2 things from you. This guy that called in must have went with us to Ottawa, when we went to bury Moses Osaka there. You know, when we went finally to lay Moses to rest. These are the kind of people we want. There are people like that. On matters of principle, they don't go back. Do you know, even people among NAS leaders were jealous of Moses. They saw him as a stumbling block because he was not allowing them. He will not take bribe. He will not allow another person to take bribe. We don't even know what happened in the accident. So a lot of people were able pointing fingers. But that one is another, it's a topic for another day. So this is why it's not good to lie. When we are on air like this, a lot of people are listening to us. There are people, when you say goal is goal, going back, they don't have time. That is exactly the kind of person Omoyele. I wish he could take advantage of this situation. Play a little politics. Work with the people. Work with Obi right now. I bet you his political future will be brighter than Omoyele that I know will be difficult to say, come and work with Obi. And that is a big disadvantage. You know, there is need for flexibility. There is need for compromise. A little to the right, a little to the left, a little to the center sometimes, if you must survive in politics. This same thing working against Sowore today, work against me. They will go to a meeting. I want to challenge every leader. No, it's not right. It's not right. Somebody called me one day. Do you want to do activism or you want to do politics? They are two different things. I will never forget that man. Thank you very much, and I give the floor. God bless you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mori. I appreciate you for that delivery. God bless you. Thank you. All right. I would like to move on to the next person right here, which is To Niger. To Niger, thank you very much for joining us. Good evening to you. I would like you to talk to us.
Yeah, good evening and thank you for having me. Greetings to members on the panel and the viewers and the chat. I think there are quite a few things that has been bothering me. In the case of Sowore, I admire the fact that he has done some good things for Nigerians and he has, fought some good fights. But from what I see that he proposes, I don't understand how we can be settling for this. Maybe I should understand, but I think this is quite unique I don't know, man, because the guy, his security policy, I was just reading it just now, he was talking about getting mercenaries. And these people, I just watched oh my God, Nigeria, we really have a lot of things to worry about. See, I just watched Osibanjo talking to the Vice President of the United States, and this guy was literally reading from their script, talking about energy transition and all the rest, as if that is the Nigeria's priority. Maybe we should transition from poverty and hunger first, before we start worrying about energy transition. Who worries about energy transition when their country is suffering the way they are suffering? He's talking about all kinds of the goals and stuff, like fancy stuff, and literally said from independence that America has been helping Nigeria, supporting Nigeria all the way. If this is support, if what we have right now is support, my God, what would it look like when they really go after us? And these type of leaders we have a problem here. Our people are not free. I've said it before, when you watch these leaders, the way they behave, they are not behaving like a free people. Sowore, all of them so far, I've not seen any of them. PWB is beginning to land in those areas where he talked about 1 million missing police and even hinting about 1 million soldiers. That is the path to freedom. The reason why we constantly keep suffering, no matter how hard we work. Believe me, we work hard. We will be working hard. We'll be running helter-skelter, traveling overseas everywhere. The reason why it doesn't seem to pay off is because everything we do is being sabotaged. Our vision is being clouded. We are not even seeing ourselves as a free people. And then Sowore comes and criticizes Peter Obi. Peter Obi says he has his own vision, and 4 months ago, he was in PDP. The whole thing is a mock. I'm not expecting perfection, but at least I expect people to be thinking for their own nation and for themselves. And to be fair to Peter Obi, he is the first person that I've seen to be talking more like a national person that wants to actually strengthen the country. The rest are just talking about, oh, we're going to use technology to do this. We're going to do this one with this. We're going to innovate our way out of what? You are not going to innovate anything here. You can't get power supply. You're going to innovate when you can't even do the basic, like employing the youths to defend the country and restore security in that country. How hard can that be? That should be one of the simplest tasks for any president to do. Any aspiring leader to define. Why is that they cannot define it? We have 200 million youths, and these people cannot tell us that they can use 0.5% of the population to defend the country. When there are countries using 7% of their population, some of them even chasing 10%, like Singapore, using 10% of its population to defend the country, almost. And we sit there and allow our country to be used as a whipping dog for the West. The West just use us and to wipe their shoes. Our rich men are nothing to them. Our rich men are not rich. 3 billion is nothing to some of the wealthiest families in the West. We are living on scraps. Look at us. Look at our country. What we've got to show for you. Look at Africa. Look at the whole thing we've got. These people are not offering us way out until we make them offer us something better. And the only shame about it is that the people themselves have not been sensitized enough to understand these things. They don't understand the greater challenge that we face. You just think it's the politicians we are looking at. The politicians have sold us. They rush to London every day to go and have a meeting. Was it not Arise News TV journalist that was complaining about that? Why is it that these people have to run to London to go and have a meeting? Can't they think clearly in Nigeria and all the rest of it? No, because they go there because somebody summoned them there. These people, you don't see them traveling to China. You hardly see them traveling to Russia or India. It's always Washington, London, Washington. And people don't see, they can't connect the dots. What is going on here? That problem, if our people are not sensitized to it, how can they know where the problem truly lies? They are not sensitized to understand that their leaders are not their leaders. Their leaders are just holding the can for some other people that just left the position. So people are talking about Africa being recolonized within 20 years. That is what is going on now. And how do you think it's going to happen? They said they're going to be breaking the countries up bit by bit, bit by bit. In other words, returning us to the position we were before they colonized us. In other words, break the countries up. This is what they are doing to Ethiopia right now. They tried to do that with Mali. The Malian government got pissed and kicked the French out. The Malian government, the French were telling the Malian government not to go to some part of their country. Can you imagine that? You invited people to come and help you with terrorism. It's like in Nigeria now, the French come in and tell Nigerian government, don't go to the southeast at all. Don't go to Lagos. Don't go near that area. Leave that area for us to deal with. Then the Mali government, the military saw what was happening and said, no, we are not going to allow this. We are going to kick them out. And they kicked them out for it. And guess what? Guess which other African country accepted those French people that were kicked out? Niger Republic, right next door to Nigeria. Niger Republic has accepted those French troops now to come to their territory. What kind of soldiers came there to help you to help Mali? Then when Mali kicks them out, they go to the next country. Does that not tell you something is going on? Our people are not being told the truth. Our leaders that should tell us the truth won't tell us the truth because they are all selling us out too. This is at the crux of our problem. Any nation that wants to be free, you have to know the truth sooner rather than later, because we don't have a lot of time. These people are gearing up every day, and we are here asleep. Are we not seeing what is going on around the world? They are all arming themselves, and you think they are going to fight each other. They're not going to fight each other. When they want to drop their bomb, it's us they're going to come and drop it on. It's us they're going to use for the further. It's us they're going to use to restore their countries back. The rules that you think exist in the world today was created by them, and they can rewrite it anyhow they see fit tomorrow. This type of knowledge, our people need to be understanding these things. These things is going to be our salvation, or the lack of it is going to be the reason why we fail. Because our leaders will have to do things that some of these people will not like. And for them to do that, the people need to understand that the fact that our people are not being told these truths. How can these people just be going to this in Washington, going everywhere, and you see the way they behave towards them? They tell us not to use the candles that we bought from them. All kinds of nonsense that we go through all the time. This is why we are not developed. You think it's because of somebody sabotaging the generator market? That's why we don't have electricity. It has nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do with a generator market, because these rich people want to be rich too. They want to be even richer than Western rich people. Why is it that they still prefer us to be poorer rich?
Thank you very much. Thank you for your deliveries right there. I appreciate you. We need to move on.
I'm not finished though. There was something I wanted to say about this thing. Some rumor that was going on, which the reason why I'm highlighting that, because that is something that is quite pertinent.
Okay,
the reason why,
address that 1 minute, please, because I'm still going to come back to you later on.
Okay, yeah. So this guy, Wike, was said that the article told him that if they wanted to zone, because PDP was supposed to zone, and they stopped, Wike didn't agree to it. Wike and his gang didn't agree to the zoning, because if they had to zone, they would have to, article was demanding that they zone it to the southeast. And Wike and his people refused that. Why should they zone it only to the south? It belongs to the south, something like that. And then because of it, Atiku refused and decided to run. And when Atiku decided to run, guess what happened? Because Peter Obi left this PDP at that time and went to Labour, and Atiku went and won. And now we have Peter Obi standing aside. Winning. And I can tell you right now, if people should watch this space, Atiku is not going to attack Peter Obi ever. And this is because that there's nothing still explaining why Peter Obi left PDP. He didn't explain it. He didn't say because they are corrupt. That's not the reason why he said he left PDP. And we don't fully understand what is going on here. And we are just, okay, this is what I keep saying. The people have to be wise to what is going on. Because we have to be asking serious questions of these leaders. Okay, why did you leave PDP? Don't just tell us that you left overnight. Why are you still calling Atiku your father your godfather and bowing before him in public. This man is responsible for this in destroying Nigeria's this energy sector by having one of the most this influential generator company in the country, and Nigeria still doesn't have electricity, and you are still somehow acting as if he's a benign actor. And in the reality, let's face it, I've rarely heard Peter Obi speak harshly, good of all the other politicians. But when it comes to this guy, he shows difference towards him. Why is he showing difference towards Atiku? This time we have to be asking this question, because this is why I say to our people, we've been lied to so many times. Buhari, this is how people were towards Buhari too. I was one of those people that was backing Buhari because I thought he was a military leader. He could do the right thing for the country. I wasn't following the Nigerian policies at that time, but I thought, given his history, the least he can do was just exhibit some of those security credentials. But
Thank you.
Today, so I will just stop. I will just stop there. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I'll be coming back to you shortly. I just wanted to make this clear to everyone right here that I'm a very, very big fan of Omoyele Sowore. I'm a very, very strong supporter of Omoyele Sowore. In fact, I've said it before on this platform, before Peter Obi emerged, or rather, before Peter Obi defected out of PDP, I was supporting Omoyele Sowore on this platform. I also brought Omoyele Sowore to this platform. He was interviewed. He joined us on one of our Friday's debates, which he spent more than 2 hours with us here. I will paste the link on the comment section later on, but I'll be playing a little bit of the video soon. So Omoyele Sowore answers series of questions that very day. At this particular time, Peter Obi have not emerged. But immediately, although Peter Obi have declared then for presidency under the umbrella of PDP, to be honest, a lot of people were not interested. Many of you right here today were not interested because he was still in PDP. The day Peter Obi defected out of PDP to Labour Party, I was the first, if I'm not mistaken, on social media who came out to say something have happened. What happened in Edo State is about to happen in Nigeria. Peter Obi have defected out of PDP, Labour Party. Please mute yourself. You are distracting me. Anybody that is unmuting themselves, you distract me whenever I'm speaking, please. So I was very, very happy. And the movement continues. We started that movement from here, from the very first day he defected out. The reason why we are for Peter Obi today, because the crowd, without doubt, statistically, 85% or 90% of Nigerians right now are for Peter Obi. Doesn't mean I should look down on Omoyele Sowore. It's just that at this particular moment, even more of Omoyele Sowore supporters are currently supporting Peter Obi. It's my dream till tomorrow, and I'm hopeful that Omoyele Sowore, somehow, someday, both of them, him and Peter Obi, can work together. Because my concerns and the reason why I'm clamoring today for a change in Nigeria is for we to have the benefit of democracy. I grew up abroad and I've enjoyed this democracy. I've enjoyed everything in abroad, United Kingdom. But I cannot be proud to say I've enjoyed anything in Nigeria which created or given by the Nigerian government. So, like I said before, I was a strong supporter of Omoyele Sowore. But at this particular moment, it has changed. And I'm still hopeful that somehow, someday, Omoyele Sowore and Peter Obi can work together. Although the recent interview granted on channels, the way Omoyele Sowore talked about Peter Obi was a bit reduced this time compared to the previous videos that we have showcased on this platform. How he was lambasting on Peter Obi. But this time, he was being careful. In fact, he went as far referencing to other candidates that it's not only Peter Obi he talks about. He talks about Tinubu and he talks about Atiku. And really, yes, he lambasted on Tinubu and Atiku here on my own platform. So please, my people, I know that whatever that is going on right now, we are going to hear more. Remember, a lot of people that talk down on Peter Obi, they are gradually, refraining from what they previously said about Peter Obi. And campaign is about to start. And I know a lot of people will defect to Labour Party. This is a dream that is visual. It's very, very obvious that it's only Peter Obi that we have right now as a hope. Before that, there was a question that was thrown to Omoyele Sowore on my platform, which he answered very well. Somebody asked him, why can't he just go for Senate rather than going for presidency? Omoyele Sowore answered that question, which I would like us to listen now before I move to the next panelist. Thank you.
He's asking if...
why don't you go to Senate?
That's why I want to be sure. I hear that question all the time. And I know where it comes from. It comes from how much people are frustrated with the Nigerian political system. But the question I asked you is, if you send your best to the Senate, who goes to the presidency? So you send me to the Senate to go and be shouting at the Senate, and then you put Tinubu as the president of Nigeria. How does that work for you? Not right. You put Sowore at the Senate, you put Buhari as president. What's wrong with us? Let the best go for the most important position. In fact, let the best go for every position in Nigeria. I have addressed this a million times. If people feel like their capacity is not more than the Senate, let's encourage them to go to the Senate. If your capacity or your destiny is no more than local government, let's encourage you and support you to go to local government. But it is wrong, absolutely wrong, and unnecessary to keep telling a 51-year-old guy and 51-year-old this year that the only place I can make impact is Senate simply because the door to the presidency has been closed by criminals. When you know that it is the president of Nigeria that can change Nigeria, not any senator. Yes, the Senate and the House of Reps can have vibrant lawmakers that can make a difference, but they cannot change Nigeria. Because the executive position of president is the most powerful in a presidential system of governance. Except then, if you can show me, or you can announce to me, the person you think is better. And it better not be Atiku or Tinubu. It better be you who just spoke. Because I'm sure you do better than all these derelict politicians. So let's stop this idea of just reducing ourselves to nothing by saying that, oh, why don't you go to Senate? It is the same, it's politicians that keep repeating these things about competent people. And unknowingly and unconsciously, we latch on that, and it doesn't make us look sound. The president of France is probably less than 40 years old as we speak. Yes, you can talk about America, but there was a time the American president was 39 years old, Jeff Kennedy. Obama was less than 40, I think Obama was around 46. Bill Clinton, around 46 when he became president. And these are massive, massive economies, massive political spaces, bigger populations that are managed by people in their mid-40s. But you are saying that in your own time, in this modern time, you still want to be ruled by analog sick people. I don't understand why we keep talking about going to Senate. I don't want to go to Senate. I want to be president of Nigeria because I want to change Nigeria for good and forever.
No, for me, Sowore is Brother Nice speaking.
No, excuse me.
Wait. No, I just want to say.
All right. I guess you all heard that. That was Omoyele Sowore about 2 months ago on this platform. He spent about 2 hours, 45 minutes with us here, answering a series of questions from Nigerians. So listen, guys. At this particular moment, I'm for Peter Obi, and my dream is to see Sowore walk with Peter Obi. That's it. I'm for Peter Obi 100%. And I'm hopeful somehow, someday, both of them will work together. That's it. So I would like to hear from other panelists here. I would like to move on now to... Okay, let me start with Omoyele's Corner. Omoyele's Corner, good evening to you, madam. Thanks very much for joining us. I would like you to talk to us.
Hello, good evening, Niger Watch, everyone on the panel. Hello, hello, hello. I didn't know that you guys were going to come on today. I was waiting. I didn't get a notification.
Oh, so sorry. We never planned for it. Like when it comes to Saturday, we
Uh-huh.
just go out randomly. It's only Monday, Sunday to Friday, we have specific time. Sundays, we are here 6 p.m. Monday to Thursday, 5 p.m. Friday, 6 p.m. as well for debate, while morning show is 10 a.m. for news review. So Saturday, for now, is randomly.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much. So I just wanted to speak on the Sowore issue, right? This is what I think, and this is just my opinion. We're all here every day showing up because everybody wants to see a better Nigeria. Whether we have differing opinions or not, everybody at the bottom, deep down, everybody is clamoring for a better Nigeria. I would think that if you're clamoring for a better Nigeria, you would want to join hands with people that are doing the same thing so we can move forward, so that the work is easier for us. I appreciate Sowore's efforts in bringing about activism in such a way that has opened the eyes of people and made people understand that they have a voice. I appreciate him. Nobody can take that away from Sowore. Activism is different from governance. There's a huge difference. And if you're a true activist, if you really are a true activist, you also look at the movement of the wind and what's happening. We have activists in America here, right? Very few of them end up being in the Senate or, occupying any position of leadership, because activism on its own is very huge, right? Because you are demanding answers for questions, right? So I just think that this back and forth, I briefly watched the interview he did yesterday. I wasn't so pleased, because he's saying that Peter Obi is part of the old cabal. But hello, if we're trying to make a change, where do we start? Don't we start? If anybody wants to make a change, you start from what's on ground and you look at it. If it's not something that you know is worth it, you walk away, which is what Peter Obi has done. He that is saying that he's part of the old guard, but hey, with all due respect, he also pushed for Buhari to be president. So what are we talking about? I appreciate and I respect his activism, but right now, the way Nigeria is, we don't have the time to, be saying, insisting that, yes, we have to make him. If the wind is not behind him, we can't force the wind to be behind him. It is the people that have made a choice. It's not even Peter Obi. How many candidates are there? We have diehard, APC, PDP, NNPP, and the rest of them. We have them. Why is the wind not behind them? Anyone who's truly an activist at heart would look at the movement of the wind and decide how they're going to move. You just don't say because you want to, and you feel like you're the only one that can make it happen. No, you can plan, and I think somebody alluded to that earlier. You can say, yes, you do whatever, people will support you and all of that, but when it's time for you, things can happen. Nobody has control of that. We're not going to now say, because we respect what Sowore has done, let's abandon the person that the wind is behind and follow someone that is mechanical. We have to walk it, and it's going to take a lot of energy. It doesn't work like that. So sometimes I struggle to believe and understand that some of these people really have the interests of Nigeria at heart, and they really are pursuing their own self, aggrandizement or whatever, right? That's what is coming across to me. Like, you're thinking about yourself, your own career, you want that title, so you don't care how you get it, you want to get it anyway. Who is suffering at the end of the day? There are still people, whether he's trying to be president or not, there are people who have slept today and did not wake, slept yesterday and did not wake up today because of one thing or the other. There are people who have had accidents on that terrible road we have in Nigeria. There are people who have lost their lives in the hospital right now. What really matters to us as a people? Can we learn to put the ego down when we see a change that is happening? Tuck it between your legs and join the movement. Heck, Sowore can even become president in a few years' time. But the way he's going on about it, I'm sorry, I'm beginning to look at him sideways. I'm not impressed by it in any way, shape, or form. Peter Obi has the move behind him. He has the people. Is it Peter Obi that is talking to everybody that's been doing the million matches for him? Is he the one? He's come overseas. Why? Reason why he's made that effort is to let us know here that we matter to him. Who wouldn't want that? Who would not respect a man like that? And everywhere he goes, there's a momentum behind him. There's a powerful force behind him. How do you control that? How do you fight that? How do you resist that? It's impossible. So I say to Sowore, if he's listening, or as people say he's listening, brother, please, sir, Oga, please, help us move this Nigeria to a new place, because there's so much work that we need to do. It's not even voting Peter Obi in now. There's a lot of work that we need to do. It's almost like we're having to build from the ground up again, because there's a lot of unlearning that needs to take place, transformation of mind that needs to take place in Nigeria, because guess what? We are busy trying to fix our countries. There are people who don't want our countries to be fixed. There are people who want to keep us enslaved and keep us down forever and ever. So this fight is just this is the smallest one. The work that has to go behind it is much. We don't have the time to be going back and forth with each other. It's either you're for or you're not for. It's simple. I yield.
Wow. Thank you very much, Moyes Corner. Thank you for your delivery right there. Okay, I can see all the comment section. Please, if it's your first time here on this channel, we really do appreciate you. We have a policy on this platform. Insult is totally prohibited here. Okay, you can oppose, disagree with people, but insult is totally prohibited. If you'll be following us for a while, you should know what Nigeria Watch stands for. You cannot insult anybody on this platform, not the contributor, not the commenters, not the callers, not the panelists, not any candidate. You just disagree, oppose, don't insult. Obviously, everybody cannot say something that will please you. You can counter that, that's not a problem, but don't insult anybody. The word nonsense, we count it as insult as well. Please refrain. Don't use that again. We appreciate every one of you for joining us. We all are here learning from each other's. Nobody knows it all. Nobody's perfect. To be honest, you that is supporting Sowore, we that is supporting Peter Obi, we all are doing almost the same thing because we want Nigeria to change. If you ask me right now, amongst all the candidates, the only one, if you really want to ask Nigerians now, that can change Nigeria is Peter Obi or Sowore. If Peter Obi was not there, so everybody would be for Sowore. Atiku or Tinubu cannot take us nowhere. That's just the fact. So we all are fighting for our future. We are fighting how Nigeria can become a better place for us now that we are still living. Okay? So please, let's follow the rules. God bless every one of you right there. Please help us to share if it's your first time right here, and endeavor to subscribe with us. If you're not happy with some of the contributors or some of the content that we've presented to you today, maybe tomorrow you might be happy with some. So subscribe with us, hit the notification bell to be notified whenever we are here. We are here talking about our future, how Nigeria can become a better place. God bless every one of you right there. I would like to move on now. I'm not sure if Mr. CM is ready yet for us.
And Engineer Ken is still here waiting.
I am.
Okay. All right. Okay. Let me go to Engineer Ken. All right. Engineer Ken, thank you very much. I'll come back to you CM. Thank you very much, Engineer Ken. You are ready now. Thank you.
Yes, I've been ready. I was just waiting.
Oh,
Thank you so
very
much, Mr. Ninja Watch. Thank you, my co-panelists, and thank you, Nigeria, and thank you, the world at large. Good evening from the United States. I know you guys are in midnight in Nigeria and also in Europe. Thank you, Mr. Ninja Watch, for sacrificing your night for freedom, for liberation of Africa and liberation of Nigeria. What I see in this when I watched the channel news and I heard what Omoyele Sowore was talking about Peter Obi. First and foremost, I was ashamed because I did not expect that from Sowore. I know him very well. He's my very good friend here in the US. I believe that Sowore is jealous. I believe so. No matter what he will say to encounter this, and no matter how he will try to defend himself, and there's nothing wrong in being jealous. Every man sometimes do have a jealous feelings. I believe Sowore is jealous that that this is supposed to be his show, but Obi came from nowhere and snatched it. And that is the way I look at it. Sowore is jealous to see the way Obi trade is going. That Obi is trading well, and the movement is waxing stronger every day that passes by. And another thing again, for all those things that Sowore says about Peter Obi, to say that he didn't do anything in Anambra, for all those things that he really talks about, the previous interview by Channel and even this present one, that is very, very wrong. That is very, very wrong. To me, I believe with this, Sowore have messed up his political reputation about the Nigerian youth. So you have made,
Engineer Ken, I'm sorry to come in because I have to ask what you are saying. I agree with you in some parts. Because for me, I would have been more happy to see Sowore attacking Tinubu all the time, attacking Atiku, rather than he's focusing in attacking Peter Obi continuously. That's the area I don't really like about what he's doing.
Because he's jealous. That is what jealousy can do. That, this is supposed to be my show. No, Sowore is a very, very proud person. Sowore does really have, I'm sorry, in his own book. Sowore is a man of ego. Nigeria as of now does not need Sowore as a president because this dream is bigger than him. Maybe after Obi, then Sowore can come in. To me, Sowore is jealous that his show have been stolen away by Peter Obi. Because Peter Obi did not do anything wrong. Everything Peter Obi have been saying is, I have a track record, go and what? Verify. APC has nothing to counter Peter Obi off. Because as strong as APC, they own everything, they will lock up Peter Obi and put case upon him. But they all stand down. They back up from him because that man's will is clean. So I was expecting Sowore to counter Tinubu. I was expecting Sowore to talk sarcastically to Atiku and support Peter Obi. Sowore is supposed to come down from his high horse and say, Peter Obi, I'm going to support you. That was what he's supposed to do. If really that you are fighting for a true cause, that you want a betterment, a better Nigeria. You know, you want good for your people. You want Nigeria to be better than what it is now. And you see a man like Peter Obi that came out with more than enough plans, that came out with alphabet, that came out with everything that he got. Now the whole thing is that we need to make that country, Nigeria, work. You see a man like that has showcased himself. That's a man that you're supposed to support. That's a man you're supposed to follow. That's a man you're supposed to give all that you got to. Then now you are not antagonizing such a man. You know, that is not fair. So to me, I believe Sowore is jealous. So for what he has just done, second time, you know, he have ruined his chances. That's my own take. He has ruined his chances. And I believe the Nigerian youth, as of now, will never trust Sowore again. Because he's not trustworthy. Because right now, I don't know who is Sowore. Maybe he have gotten money from these people. Maybe APC have paid him. Maybe PDP have settled him. That is why he refused to talk about them, to antagonize them, or maybe they have threatened him that if you talk about us, we're going to kill you. You know, so it's either both ways. Either that they threaten him, or you have collected money from them. But if they did not, if he doesn't have, if they did not threaten or collect money from there, why is he not talking about these people? These are the people that have frustrated that country. These are the people that have killed that country. Obasanjo says what Atiku stole. Atiku stole over 400 billion. I don't think that is in naira. That is in dollar. That worth over 4 billion Nigeria in 400 years. In 400 years, 4 billion Nigeria will use it to survive. And you kept quiet about it. Thank you, Mr. Nigeria Watch.
Thank you very much, Engineer Ken. You say you think Omoyele Sowore is jealous of Peter Obi. I would like to ask other panelists here to know their thoughts about Omoyele Sowore. Let me go to Mr. CM. Mr. CM, are you ready for us right now?
Yes, I am. Good evening, and thank you, Nigeria Watch.
Good evening to you, sir.
Okay, yeah.
Before that, I know you might have a couple of things to tell us, but I just want to ask you what Engineer Ken just said. Do you think Omoyele Sowore is jealous of Peter Obi?
Well, from my analysis, I could say yes, because I will go on to justify it.
Oh, why? Why should they be jealous? They don't have anything in common.
Yeah, no, because you know, when you are moving up, all eyes on you. Or let me just put it this way. So that people will follow easily what I'm saying. In the football field, when Messi, you don't hear Messi goes for tackle. People go and tackle Messi because he's with the ball. As simple as that.
Okay, all right. Go ahead with your contribution in general.
So what I want to say is this. I listened to the latest interview by Sowore with Shehu Kimbaloye on telephone. There was one line Sowore mentioned there that got me annoyed, and I will say it. It was when Kimbaloye mentioned P2B and what he did. He said, "Oh no," he said 8 years, or it's just 8 years. There was nothing to show for it. Nothing to show for it. I want people to go and listen to that interview again. P2B was governor of Anambra State for 8 years. For Sowore to stay in a studio and say P2B, nothing to show for it. Let us be objective. For you to be governor of a state, the people living in that state must vote for you. And if they elect you, you owe them everything. Your mandate, you derive your mandate from them. It is them that will judge you, whether you governed us well or you did not govern us well. The people of Anambra State are happy that they had a governor like Peter Obi. So it does not matter if somebody who is not from Anambra State should come and say, oh, Peter Obi did not do well in Anambra State. I had expected Sowore take a camera and whatever, go there as a journalist, silently without people knowing. You go through the whole local government. At most, you pay for a hotel for 7 days. Maybe every day you go to one local government. From one, just keep interviewing people, dress like as if you are nobody. That's what you should have done. The people that elected Peter Obi, they wanted Peter Obi to do one or two things for them, and Peter did it for them, and they are happy. Let me give an instance. When Peter Obi was elected, so many of our people, prominent people from Anambra State, Emeka Anyoko, former Commonwealth Secretary General, Professor Vincent Chukwuemeka Ike, former Registrar of WAEC, 1970, around 1970s, he wrote the book called Expo 77. Then I think about 5 or 6 of them, Mbazulika Amwechidi, one of the first Republic Prime Minister, they all called Peter, say, look, our boys, Anambra, they are no longer paying attention, or the school system in Anambra is collapsing. That in these 50s, we are noted 60s, we produce prominent Nigerians that are well known in the field of education, first in everything. He said, but now they are taking to business so much, at least they should go through school. Say, look at our secondary schools, everything. So Peter tackled it. They showed him, say, look at our league table. We are 25 in WAEC. Peter Obi keeps saying it that he didn't sack any teacher. He did not employ new people. It is that same teachers that we are teaching when they were at position 25. He had to do something. Part of what he did to revolutionize education in Anambra State is every senior prefect in every secondary school has Peter Obi's phone number. Whatever goes wrong in the school, send me a text. I will address it. Every school principal, it has never been done in any state. Peter Obi gave them brand new 605 car from Pan, Kaduna. Took teachers from Anambra to Singapore to go and train them. The result, because in science or in anything, they said, this is the process, what is the outcome? The outcome was Anambra occupying WAEC league table for the first time from position 25 to first position for 3 consecutive years. If any club, if any coach can take in the Premiership, you take a club like maybe Nottingham Forest to Premiership for 3 consecutive days, where you have Manchester United, Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool, Tottenham, Man City. For 3 consecutive years, that coach must be given a prize. That is how to show that you invested. So Peter Obi was a star performer in Anambra State. But for Sowore to come and say 8 years, nothing to show for it. Sowore is talking because of education he has. For any man to make an impact in education in Anambra State, I thought Sowore should have said yes. He should have given Peter Obi, say, look, I want to understudy what you did to move your people from this position to that. Sowore is from Ondo State. Let him go and contest as governorship of Ondo State, and let's see what you are going to do in the education to improve it. Because this time you have to, when you are presenting your report card, you present result, outcome. What have you achieved? You cannot tell me that somebody, a club from nowhere, winning the Champions League, you cannot commend the coach. That is what Peter Obi did. So when he keeps saying that Peter Obi went and nothing to show for, I just want to use education, which people can easily go and verify. I don't want to talk of infrastructure. In Anambra State, we have a state university running medicine, MBBS. Nigerian Medical Council came, said, look, they won't graduate them, because if they graduate, they won't register them as doctors unless they build a teaching hospital and then equip it to their standard. He said, Peter now asked them, what do I do with these people that are already, he said, look, whether you do it or not, let them go and study single honors, biochemistry, microbiology, anatomy or physiology. That's nothing. Peter said, what if I build a medical school? A teaching hospital. He said, within these 2 years, he said yes, and he did it. Now he's saying, go and verify. They told him that this is the fastest teaching hospital ever built in Nigeria. Is that not an achievement? That's why all these things, Sowore should know all this. And he's still talking of 8 years, nothing to show for it. So I wouldn't want to detain all of us here. It's just due to jealousy. That's one. Then the next thing is this. He said he condemns Obi by association. Let me say it today. APC, we demonize the APC because of their record in government. But I must tell you, of all the thousands of members of all the thousands of people that are members of APC, there must be one or two that are clean. So if that person should now leave APC and go to one unknown party and start to make waves, say he was formerly part of APC, the people that gave us people part of Buhari, the person might not be corrupt like others. The same thing with PDP. Now, in Labour Party, where P2B is, do not think that there are criminals in Labour Party today. There are criminals in Labour Party today. It does not mean that whoever comes out of APC or PDP and joins another party, say that person was formerly part of them. How do you mean? So these are just sometimes when I look at Sowore's logic, he beggars belief, he pains me. Let us recall, let us not forget that P2B went to Egypt to understand, let me really see what these people are doing in their power sector. After all, they use Siemens, like we signed contract with Siemens. Sowore came on and say, look, P2B does not even know anything about power. He's studying now what he should have known before. So if we had gotten, imagine all that type of lame dog criticisms. It took the intervention of one of the embassy officials at British High Commission in Nigeria. He sent a tweet. He said, ask Sowore, is there anything bad that you see somebody who is doing better than you, and you go and learn what the person is doing? Leadership is learning. A leader is a reader. You must read every day. So the Sowore's logic, it does not even show him as a man who is educated. That's what annoys me. He's not being objective. He just born out of maybe market woman somewhere, the way they castigate. You can't just say something like that. People are looking at you. Some educated people analyze what you say and what you do. So when he starts criticizing people by association, it pains me. It just based on what I will say, Obasanjo will call bad belly. That's one. Then P2B strategy to recover money from stolen people. What P2B said, because he think that was in Canada, was addressing people in Canada, or maybe was it or was it Diola Faye? I can't remember, but what is what he said? He said the moment he gets in, he will close the loophole first so that the leaking will stop. He said then, within the rule of law, he will now go and recover with evidence. If there are people now, then he now recover it. That's what a wise man should tell you. That is what a wise man should tell. Before P2B answered this question by saying, you open the shop where you are selling and thief come and carry some of your goods away. Then you now lock your shop and start chasing thieves. What of other customers coming to buy those that are left? He said you don't have to lock your shop. He read philosophy, though he used philosophy to explain it. So what you should do is you tell the police this what happened. Let the police pursue those people, give them they will go and go after those people. Why you continue what you are doing, and as you are continuing what you are doing, then be careful so that you do not lose more to thieves. How else can a man explain it? They show they will be on the sideline and just be castigating everything. He was part of a PDP. After all, it was these are looters, part of the past. It's a lie. Some of us we went to school and we have certificate to show for it. Some of us we did research and I published a paper, a scientific paper. I can quote it for anybody to go and check. I published a scientific paper and I know what it means to assemble materials, do an experiment, analyze it very well, discuss it, criticize it, and then come out with an outcome, make a contribution towards store of knowledge. I know what it means. So when you want to criticize, because they will ask you what you are doing, justify it, make a reference. So I've published a paper, I know how to criticize. You don't just criticize somebody when you haven't done anything. If I'm Sowore, I would have gone to Anambra State, interview the people, have a pictorial evidence. You can say, oh, somebody went to Anambra State. Some group of people told me P2B stole money. Where is the evidence? You show it. And not for you to stay in a studio and say, 8 years, nothing to show for it. It's an insult to the people of Anambra State. We elected him. I'm from Anambra. We are proud of what Peter Obi did in Anambra State. He is the custodian of our mandate. We gave him the mandate. We are happy. It does not mean whether somebody from Ondo State or somebody from Ekiti or somebody from Sokoto do not like what Peter Obi did in Anambra State. We are the people. We are the people that elected him. We told him what to do, and he delivered, and we are happy. So what does it matter if Sowore is not happy about it? Does it matter?
Thank you. We'll come back to you again, Mr. CM. I appreciate you right there. Before I move on to the next panelist, please help us to share this broadcast. Like the broadcast as well, please. Like the broadcast. And one thing I want to say here, I think it will be much better if Omoyele Sowore can channel this same energy to criticize Tinubu and Atiku, to be honest. I don't really want Sowore to continue talking about Peter Obi all the time. I think it makes him lose a lot of fans, a lot of followers in Nigeria because, like I said before, many of Omoyele Sowore's supporters are currently supporting Peter Obi. It doesn't mean they don't love Omoyele Sowore anymore. They still love Omoyele Sowore. But when they continue like this, focusing, on Peter Obi all the time, because the people have said this is the person they want right now. You can't change that. So that's my take. I would like to move on now to Prince Adewale. Prince Adewale, sir, I would like you to talk to us. Good evening to you, and thanks for joining us. Please try anybody that will talk to us now. Please, everybody, try to be brief. Go ahead, sir. We can't hear you. Prince Adewale James, we can't hear you at all. All right, let me try someone else before you sort out. We can't hear you at all. We can't hear you. All right, let's go. Good evening to you. Thanks very much for joining us. Please be brief.
Good evening. Good evening, sir. Good evening, Mr. Nigerian. Good evening, Nigerians. Thank you for this opportunity again.
Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I've been, listening. I've been reading all the comments. I think everybody is on the same page. The two callers before said exactly the same. Omoyele said the same. The lady that spoke said the same. But for Sowore to criticize Obi, he's not been truthful to himself, because apart from being a governor of a state for 8 years, Obi has been a chairman of a bank. This guy has run international business. And when he left office, he called EFCC, he called ICCP, he called the international courts to come and check on him. And they did. And this man is free from guilty. So for Sowore to criticize Obi, he's just, as somebody said, that he's jealous. He's not telling himself the truth. But what I have to say is this. When a child is crying, the father or the mother, they need to console that child. Okay, let us do it this way. If the people that are close to Peter Obi, we do this, can reach out to Sowore. People have been saying, let Sowore come to Obi, let Sowore come to Obi. And we know that Sowore has an ego that he can't come to Obi. What if Obi send a committee or people to reach out to Sowore to talk to him? I think we're gonna hear a different story. Because I remember we have been talking about Kwankwaso. At the end, where is Kwankwaso today? He's nowhere to be found anymore. So if Obi can send a committee to interact with Sowore to air his view and to talk sense how they want Nigeria to be, I think we're gonna hear a different story. I think it will make more sense If somebody can encourage him, Mr. Niger Watch, whoever we know, the panelists, Nigerians, you send somebody, let P2B himself send somebody. P2B has been reaching out to different people, his enemy, his friend, and all the we need everybody on board. Let P2B reach out to this guy that has been crying like a baby. Let's hear what he has. Let's hear what he wants. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much. Let go. I appreciate you so very much. All right. Your suggestion makes a lot of sense. I wish that can happen. Thank you. Let's move on to the next person. Let's see. Okay, we lost Mr. Adewale again. Okay, let me see. The next person here is Nino Brown. Nino Brown, good evening to you. Thanks for joining us this late night or evening, depending on your own region, though. Please talk to us.
Good evening, sir, and good evening, everyone in the panelists and the commenters. I listen to everybody's things. People have been saying they will condemn, criticize Peter Obi, criticize Peter Obi. It's like, I don't know if we listen to the interview very well. The Sheung asked about Peter Obi. That was when she already say anything concerning Peter Obi. If he did not ask, I'm not sure he will say anything concerning Peter Obi. They say he did not always criticize Atiku and the rest. When Sowore went to Barrister Pelumi birthday, he also criticized any opportunity he's have. He always criticized any of them. And that is how politics, I know they used to play it. Because your opponent, any opportunity you have to tackle him. In Pelumi's birthday, he said when under Obasanjo and Atiku, they sent Atiku to America to learn their university system. Yeah, Atiku went there. When he came back, he went to build his own university, not bringing the one he learned to come and bring the idea to Nigeria's own university. He used the idea to go and have his own university. He criticized him there. So people were saying, okay, so they should meet Peter Obi. Many of us here that are supporting Peter Obi, including Mr. Ken, right now, that says Sowore collects money, is calling Atiku criminal, that he has told, that even Obasanjo said he has told. But the Obi that he's supporting in 2019, 2018, Obi was defending Atiku, that Atiku, nobody have proven Atiku that he stole anything. Even up till now, Obi is still defending Atiku. So if you are defending Obi and we are having anything to do with Obi, and then you Obi see Atiku, you always say, this is my godfather, this is my father, I always respect him, I always bow down for him. So there is no need for any of us supporting Obi to always criticize Atiku that is a criminal or whatever, because Obi that we are supporting has already said that Atiku is not a criminal, is clean. So I don't see any reason why any of us. So Sowore that said Atiku is a criminal, you don't expect him to support Obi that said that Atiku is not a criminal.
No,
if I say some.
Sorry, Mr. Nino, Peter Obi have never said that Atiku is not a criminal. You have never said that.
No, Mr. Najawo, please go and Google. Is it not what is this lady's name? I forgot this woman's name.
You need to have
interview.
Whatever you say here. If you have it, please paste the link on the private chat and I will showcase it. We don't like to
Mr. Najawo, please. I know what I'm saying. When they interview Peter Obi,
claim, you know,
in 2000, I'm telling you, in 2019, what I'm telling you, so.
Okay, all right. When both of them were campaigning together, right?
Yes.
All right, okay, go ahead.
So he defended that Atiku was never a criminal. Nobody have ever, ESCC have never invited Atiku for anything. That Atiku is clean. So you don't expect people that say that Atiku is a criminal to support Peter Obi when they know that, yes, Atiku is really one of the criminals we have. So if we, now that I support Peter Obi, although I'm not supporting him, so if you know that you are supporting him, you are not supposed to say that Atiku is a criminal when the man that you are supporting. Because if in 2019 he's defended that Atiku is not a criminal, now, up till now, anywhere you see Atiku in party, whatever, he always said, this is my leader, this is my mentor, is my brother, is my boss. So, like Tuna just said, we have to ask ourselves question. Why is it that Obi can never see anything wrong in Atiku? When many of us, everybody know that, yes, Atiku has been one of the people that have made Nigeria where it is. So, because his only question they asked Sowore, that is what he answered. Shegun asked him, what about Tabi? So he answered that this is exactly one of something that happened in 1999, something like that. That when Nigerians was planning for change, the cabals went and brought someone else for people to queue behind. And that is what we find ourselves. So before we criticize anybody, we say anything, I really appreciate the last caller that speak that if why don't we ask Peter Obi to go and meet Sowore, we know if he will accept it or not. But for me, I believe he cannot, because he and the both of them are not the same. Because Peter Obi said that Atiku is his boss, and Sowore said that Atiku is a criminal. So that place is very difficult for two of them to agree. Because somebody said you cannot lock your shop and be fighting, pursuing the thief. Yes, it's not you that will pursue the thief. Give them whatever they want. Like we always talk about Obaseki not proving Oshomole. It's not that Obaseki will be the one, but bring out the whole document that is under your care, because all those documents are there. When you did not bring it out, ESCC cannot work with it. That is why is it that any governor or anybody that is trying to leave power always try to bring somebody that is under him, so that you know that he's going to cover his deeds.
Thank you, my brother. Nino Brown, thank you so much. We have missed you though. I've not seen your air for a while now. Where have you been?
Yeah, I'm very busy this time around. That is why.
Thank you. Good to have you back, my brother. All right.
Thank you, sir.
We have another person right here with us, so that I can give everybody one minute again, so we can round up. T, you're just joining us now. T, good evening to you. Where are you joining us from?
Hi, good evening. My name is T. I'm actually calling from the United States. Thank you guys for this privilege. Thank you for all that you're doing to make Nigeria better.
Thank you.
Appreciate the effort. I think to what people have been saying concerning Sowore and Peter Obi, there is a need for us to either critically look at both of them, the reason why this whole thing is happening. I mean, in politics, this is campaign season. People will always say what they want to say. They will always have a reason to say things about people. But I think, to me, if you're saying that Peter Obi should send people to go talk to Sowore, I don't know if that's actually needed, because it's like you're just being derailed from your agenda. One thing is, Peter Obi has the masses now. I mean, I'm just watching on YouTube today, and then I see like a million match for him also in Ibadan today. Now, so why will I leave the 1 million in Ibadan, the 1 million in Samfara, the 1 million in Lagos, and then just be worrying about one person? Regardless of what Sowore say, I mean, Peter Obi was in Toronto. He was here in the United States some days ago in California. I mean, I was privileged to ask him a question. So even on this show tonight, we don't have any kind of any Bible person. Maybe it could have been better if we even bring one of the candidates here, like the one that says Emilokon. Bring him on here. Let's ask him a question, or bring Atiku. Let's ask him a question. So whether Peter Obi say that Atiku has never stolen money or not, I mean, I know these guys down within them, before they go to bed at night, they always reason. They always think that what he is saying, is it true to Nigerian people or not? Because I mean, even a madman will always come to his senses at one point in time of the day. So whether you believe or not, before these guys go to bed, they know that they are made by somebody. God made them. So, and they're going to give account of whatever thing that they do. So regardless of what Sowore is saying around, or what is beating around, I don't think there's a need for Peter Obi to send people to him. I don't. For me, that's not my own opinion. The thing is, let Peter Obi focus on his own crowd. He's already making his wave. Sowore, if Sowore has a problem with Peter Obi, then he should look for a way to iron out the problem with Peter Obi and not just be out there spoiling people's agenda. This same person was the one that made a lie in Abuja about somebody shooting him or maybe his brother. Why do we need all this? And this just shows you that Nigeria can people be true to themselves? Can we have people? Can we have true leaders? The like of Atiku, the likes of Tinubu, these guys, I mean, they brought Nigeria to where it is today. If you're being sent overseas to go and understudy a country, I mean, a question came up within me and somebody, and I said, can you imagine the University of California being shut down for 6 months? We don't think about those things. So you asking Peter Obi to go and talk to Sowore, I don't think it is needed. Peter Obi or 1 million people marching for you, and you're worried about one person. I mean, just leave that one person. Whenever it comes to his senses, then he will come and join the crowd. Whether you believe it or not, if Peter Obi becomes president, who will go and talk to each other? Sowore will go. I mean, he will go and look for him, of course. So, I mean, for us as Nigerian, both in Nigeria and then the diaspora, all we're just seeing at this time is just praying that God should give us the right leader. Because even myself, I'm worried about Peter Obi. Because if you let PDP and then come to Labour, did you leave because of the 1 million naira they are selling ticket for? Or why did you leave? Why did you leave PDP and then come to Labour? Will you, after becoming president, go back to PDP? And today now you see carpet crossing from one place to the other. People are just flying all around. Today you see them yet. That shows that these guys themselves don't know what they are doing. They don't know what they are doing.
Thank you,
So
Mr.
we Nigerians need to pray to God to give us the right leader. And then we also should just not keep quiet, continue to speak the word, say it out there, and then let them come to their senses. I believe that one day Nigeria will be great again. Thank you so much for that. You do. God bless you.
God bless you, Mr. T. Please, if it's the first time right here, endeavor to subscribe with us. Hit the notification bell to be notified whenever we are here so we can share ideas together. We all are learning from each other on this platform. You know, nobody knows it all. We are fighting for our future. Let's continue to put the participation clear.
Yeah, it's my first time here, and I thank you for the privilege. I'm so passionate about Nigeria. I mean, regardless of where I live today, it's my country. I'm so passionate about Nigeria. I have people there. I have in-laws. They have families. They have friends there. I mean, it's just sad what these guys have put us into in Nigeria today. People cannot 6 months you shut down university. That's not done anywhere in the world, and you have your own children overseas. Come on.
It's permanently shut down right now. It's permanently
And
shut
then you
down.
have somebody stole 80 billion naira, and that person is working free of charge on the street of Abuja.
It's crazy,
80
man.
billion naira.
Anyway, thank you.
Refinery is not working, and then somebody is building his own refinery in that same country.
Thank you very much, Mr. T. We are here Monday to Sunday. We have our news review every morning, Monday to Saturday, 10 a.m. With Ima, while we have our evening show, 5 p.m. Monday to Thursday. You know, discussion like this, what we are currently having right now. On Friday, 6 p.m., we have a debate, while Sunday, we have a discussion as well. Saturday like this, we randomly just come out. So the channel is very, very busy Monday to Monday. So endeavor to join us. Let's learn from each other. Let's air our plights, you know, and learn from each other, like I said before.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Nigerian. Let me just say this. The prayer I'm just praying is that anywhere Peter Obi is now, possibly is listening to us. With all the crowd he's having today. I mean, he's been to Toronto, he's been to the US. I mean, it's all over the places. With God helping him, if he gets there, he should not fail Nigeria, because that will be another 20 years drawback for our country.
You know, yeah, that's why we need to get there first. Let us get
Yes,
there.
yes, and then we'll begin.
We start.
Can I say something real quick, please?
Oh, be quick, sir. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you so much. I just want to contribute to what this our brother just said about the school has been shut down for over 6-7 months. You know, this is what I think these old politicians that they want to do. Now they have seen the youth, you know, or the youth in Nigeria are supporting Peter Obi, you know, and they are shutting down the school. By the time they're going to open the school, it's going to be around November, December. And we then do, by that February, they will hook them up with exam. That's what they're going to use ASU to do. They're going to use exam to hook up the youth so that on that day, the youth will be having an examination in classes and they cannot go out to cast their vote.
Thank you very much, sir, for that logical contribution. That make a lot of sense. Because that's so sensible. Because if you don't open the school now, and then by November you're going to open the school, and then by February you're going to, it makes sense. And these guys, they know what they are doing. They know what they are doing. They are just
that is what they're going to use to break the youth.
Yeah. I mean, what did he, how did NSAS, how did he end?
All right.
They know what they are doing. Thank you, Mr. Nigeria. Thank you so much. God will continue to help you. I mean, I'm just passionate about Nigeria. I'm passionate about Nigeria.
We want to see more of you. We want to hear more of you on this channel. Thank you very much for joining us today. I'm looking forward to having you here again. Let's share ideas together. Thank you so much. And on the I can see Ameshi Ikiobi. Thank you very much for supporting us with a super chat. I really do appreciate you. Thank you. I can see you put a message right there. Thank you. If anybody want to answer that question later on, that's fine. I appreciate you so much for the super chat. For those of you that is right there on the comment section, in case you want to support us, with the super chat, you can just click on it on the right hand corner there on the comment section. Support this movement. God bless every one of you. All right. Yes, everybody have contributed. I would like to take 2 calls, just 2 calls, and I can give 1 minute back again for everyone. Good evening to you. Thanks very much for calling us. Your name and where you're calling us from.
Mr. Najawas, thank you for picking this call. I just want to make a quick comment before I go out. The comment is like, please let the panelists. I thank you for the way you handle this program today. You're like Kachi and what's the other one there? Ima. But please let all the panelists, please, I beg you people in the name of God, when you are coming to Niger Watch, if you don't come with verified evidence, don't speak. Don't tell us you want to come back and give us your link. Come with an evidence. I told you people, Niger Watch might not know what he's doing. This thing, everybody is listening to it. If I can be listening to it and postpone my job, I'm in Canada and I know how much they pay me per hour. And you people are coming here to come and give us information that is unverifiable. Why I say this? Let me give you one before you go. Obi left PDP and he said it. Go back to March this year. Obi said there was dollar rain. That they were sharing dollar for delegates. That's the first thing that makes him to know that this is not the party he belongs to, because he has a dream. 2, Obi knew that his principal, which is Atiku, will definitely win and he will be right. And use this word. If they know that I'm the one that can do the job better, why did they want to make me vice? Just like he used it for council. When you people are coming to Niger Watch, please come with evidence and verify evidence. Because as people are talking, we are not going. Whenever you talk, we can't go in to find out whether what you are saying is true or not.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Let me not tell you the 3 before I go, please. Please, Niger, or should I just stop?
No, go ahead.
The third one. Let me tell you people the truth. Obi bound to Atiku or bound to Obasanjo. Just like it was the Niger Watch I watched it. This Niger Watch. He bring a comrade from Edo State. I don't know, not this one they play today. The other one that shows the match in River State, and that one explained state by state why Obi was referencing Atiku. It's not that he can't deal with Atiku. Yoruba people will say, "Come when you invite a kuda, cooking the rikutu papa bed." If you don't have a gun in your hand, you don't go and fight people that have AK-47 with a cutlass.
Exactly.
Atiku is a northerner. Atiku has been in politics for ages. Atiku has network. Atiku was his president when he was a vice campaigning. For the fact that Obi is reigning today, it is just that God say this is his time. And for the fact that he's reigning, remember Dodo Okupe said one thing. He said, I wanted to contest, but when I see this man come out, I stop because I have a broad shoulder to push him up. Mr. Omorui, if you know Moses Osagede, my great president, I wish he's alive today. He will be the one to tell Omoyele Sowore, we are more dogged than you. We look at the flow of things and flow with it.
Thank you very much, sir.
I'm Moses Osagede become the president of Student Union, National NAS, because of what he did in Ekoma. Charity begins at home.
Thank you. Please, I would like you to...
Yeah, please. Which school did you attend?
Yeah, but
is the caller still there?
He said, which school did you attend, sir?
Please, the university.
No, I attended ABU, but Mr. Osagede was put as NAS president when we did the constitution.
Okay.
We walked all the way from Benin. When Mr. Osagede died, people on all of those states stand. They were like, what? I wish my son is like this, because we were walking and all NAS was singing. That's the great president that passed on. But I asked my case here.
Sir, please, I would like you, I want you to send me, sir, please, can you send me a message on this WhatsApp so that I can store your name and add you to the Nigeria Watch family group?
Okay, I will do that. But please, just let me tell you, panelists, please.
Okay, no.
Yeah, but mine was a question though. It wasn't a contribution. Mine was a question. I was only asking a question that why did Peter Obi leave PDP? It was a question. I wasn't making an accusation against him.
No. I'm not sure he's referring to you. Okay, Mr. T, I'm not sure he's referring to you at all. You know, I think there was somebody that mentioned some details earlier on that we disputed, you know, but let me pick one more call and so that we can move on. Hello, good evening to you. Your name and where you're calling us from.
I am, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, my name is Okorafo.
Okay.
Thank
you.
And yeah.
You're calling from where?
Yeah. And I live in the United States.
Okay, United States. Okay. Talk to us, sir. You have only 1 minute because we are rounding up soon.
Okay. Thank you very much for the program. And I'm a first-time caller anyway.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. The only thing I want to say here is people don't understand when someone is, when they say somebody is respectful. Your character in life matters a lot. Humility is the name, is the only thing that wins everything to you. And when you are disrespectful, what does it do? It dispels everything from you. Omoyele Sowore, I think he's taking a clue from what happened in America, that he can talk like Donald Trump, and if he talks like Donald Trump, and people will listen to him. That is something that he thought he's doing. But I'm sorry, I went to Gobi College in Yaba. Gobi College is like a junior high school to University of Lagos, Unilag. And I happen to have a senior bros of mine, my friend's elder brother, who was actually in Unilag in year 4 when Omoyele Sowore was the student union leader. We don't call him, nobody knows him as Sowore. After that, they call him Yeli. That is what they know him for. And we know the problem that Yele and his gang, the committed in Unilag. The problem, how the problem started, the killings and all that.
So we don't want to go there because if we don't have any verification to that, yes, please.
Hold on. Yeah, I don't need a verification to that, and
Yeah.
I don't want anybody to believe me, and I'm not making any propaganda here.
Okay.
What I'm trying to tell you here is, if Omoyele Sowore thinks that that nobody can do this thing except him, I will gladly invite him to go to Ondo State, become a local government chairman, or at worst contest for the governorship election there. If you win, then we can now verify you later. You wouldn't come up, like I told you, I linking it up to what happened in America with Donald Trump. When he came into the office, he had nothing. There was nothing anybody can find about him. He was a new person entirely. And what happened? We saw a man nearly destroy the democracy of this country. That is the same thing that this guy is trying to do, because I've never taken up any portfolio, and therefore nobody knows anything about me.
Thank you,
But
sir.
he came up on TV. He came up on TV. They asked him on TV, how much do you have to prosecute your campaign? And he was saying he has 800 and something thousand. The money that was given to you before by people, have you been able to account for it? These are the things that you can verify that one. Look at it.
All right.
It was on channels.
Thank you, sir. Because of
Yeah, please, can you hold the caller? We have some question for the caller, please.
Don't
Can you take
unmute
some questions?
Mr. Moro, you don't unmute yourself. There's so much noise coming from your side. Please, somebody's talking. I will call you. Just raise up your hand. Go ahead, sir. Round up, please.
Okay. And I'm rounding up with this. One thing that is so clear here, some of us, I was born and bred in Lagos. My secondary school, my tertiary institution is in Ibadan. Now, a lot of people will come up here because of, like the Yorubas will say, Arawani, the Igbos will say, Owumam, Nkemo. But what we are looking for is not somebody from the east. What we are looking for is not somebody from the southwest. What we are looking for is not somebody from the north. But what we are looking for is somebody who is competent enough. Even if P2B gets there, he's not going to do everything. But what we want to do is a gradual process by which we will take one step after the other. If one person comes today and be able to do something, and the other person complements what the other person has done, the problem we have is that the past leaders have not done anything yet.
All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
That is enough for all of us. Thank you very much.
God bless you so much, sir. Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. All right. I'm not taking another calls anymore. I want to give 1 minute to everyone to talk to us again so that we can move on. Yes, I would like to start with Mr. Moro. You use your 1 minute now, please.
Yeah, thank you, beloved brother Elvis. Brother Alex, my friend, Comrade Alex was making submission earlier. He said Yele is resident to Abuja. I want to quickly say that thing has been taken care of by P court. He cannot move within Nigeria, though the 60s his passport. Will be in Lagos by Monday. That is just a point of order there. Another thing, this guy that just came, I wanted you to hold that caller down. He said Omoyele committed the atrocities in Unilag. He said Omoyele and his gang. And the same person warning up people not to come here with falsehood if they don't have evidence. I think that is not fair. We are also aware of.
Excuse me, it's not the same person. It was a different person, and
Okay.
I stopped. So I would like you to emphasize or explain on that, please.
Is that what?
There's noise coming from your side, Mr. Murray.
Noise from my side.
Yes, when I'm talking, I'm hearing myself back. I muted you, now I'm not hearing anymore. If I unmute you, I hear everything I'm talking right now, all back again. What I'm trying to say, I will unmute you now, is that please, any details you gave about Omoyele Sowore, please don't reinterpret it anymore, please. Because it's not a message that I was happy to hear. Please just move on. Thank you.
Okay. All right, that is noted. And again, I want us to be careful with one thing. This is era of politics, and we have our support for one person or the other. If people are, tending towards OB, but this is one discussion I want to throw. When none of us here talking is perfect. None of us here is angel from heaven. OB is not one either, and he doesn't claim to be one. So the idea of we trying to feel each time somebody speaks about OB, the person must be the mistake. Don't forget, Omoyele Sowore and Obi, they are not the same political party. The only reason why we're even talking about Omoyele, what Omoyele is saying about Obi right now, is because we know he has been on the side of the people. He has been consistent. That is one thing that nobody can take from him, no matter the allegations people are pouring on him. That is also divisive so that people cannot be united, like I said earlier. If anybody is saying Omoyele, there are two, they cannot go, it's like two people going for a debate, one for, one against. Body system or no body system. Nobody want to come and say, sing praises of the other one. So the only reason why we are saying, we know Omoyele has been people-oriented. He has been on the side of people. It's still for him to work with Obi. It doesn't have to be by coercion or by brute force or by forcing him to do otherwise. And the question he alluded to in John Channels, Kibaloye specifically asked question about Obi. Obi did feel you have been harsh on them. Don't forget what he even said. He defended, he said that his greatest enemy on the social media has been Rena Omokri, who has been antagonizing Omoyele Sowore. Omoyele came out to defend Obi. That it's not fair to attack Omokri. That was what led to, what brought to Obi. The interview wasn't holistically about Obi as a person. That you see Obi as a threat. He said, no. Were you expecting Omoyele Sowore to say, Obi is a great threat? My brother, this is politics. They are different parties. Obi does not even. Omoyele is even asking the question from ABGA to PDP, PDP to Labour. I will pray he gets it. If he doesn't get it, where next does he go from here? Omoyele Sowore is the only person that has his own organic party and his own organic followership. So he doesn't trust any other person. It's a matter of principle, not jealousy or whatever, or arrogance, whatever you may call it. It's a matter of principle. And it's working against himself in politics. He doesn't work in politics, especially in Nigerian context. So what I want to say here is we are wired differently. The way we are changed right now from Omoyele to Obi because of the people's movement, not because of Obi himself. You don't expect Omoyele to abandon his party. The party he labored for, they took it away from him. He went to court and regained his party back. To abandon his party and go to Labour, for what? Who does that? My brother, we have to be fair in our analysis. We love Obi, we love our country. Nobody abandons his home to go join another tenant in another house. Thank you very much for me.
What the people are saying, please mute yourself. Thank you. The situation here is that I don't want anybody to come here, call into this platform to attack anybody. Attacking Omoyele Sowore on this platform is totally prohibited. I will not accept that. And two, you can oppose him, you can disagree with him, you can, whatever, but attacking him or passing information that you are not certain about or there's no proof. This channel, any information that you don't have proof with, don't bring it here, please. Don't say it here. We don't like it. If we give you the first warning and you did not comply, we might ban you. That's it. Don't come here with assumptions. If you want to talk to us here, make sure you come with the proof. Don't just say, Omoyele Sowore did this or he did that. I don't like that. Like I said before, Omoyele Sowore talking about Peter Obi all the time. I wish he can use the same energy to talk more of Atiku or Tinubu rather than Peter Obi, because my wish is to see Omoyele Sowore and Peter Obi work together. I want Nigeria to become a better place, and I believe these two can do it for us. But when it comes to the other satanic two, we cannot get what we want. PDP or APC, they are satanic and they are devilish. They cannot take us nowhere. Please, everybody should be conscious how you pass your informations about any candidate right now. No matter, despite that I hate PDP or APC or even their principal or their candidates, I cannot just come here to label them with what I'm not sure about. All I say is that I know that these two parties are satanic and they are devilish, because they are the one that put us in pains that you and I are in today. Thank you very much, my people. And I would like to move on to the next person right now. And before that, I can see the Irish Finance is with us. Thank you very much for joining us. Good evening to you. I can see oh no, Mr. Mori, please don't unmute yourself. There's so much noise coming from yourself. Don't unmute yourself. Thank you. You want to say something? Go ahead.
Yeah, please. There is this issue that has been going on. We should not continue to join our government to bring out divisive things that are dividing us. When we unite, they fear us. My sister, my beloved sister, Omoyele made another thing somebody made the other time. If we continue to correct them once and for all, they will not repeat themselves. The allusion that Omoyele brought Buhari to power is false. It's totally false. Anybody that has a video clip or anywhere Omoyele was comparing for Buhari should bring it so that we can clear this issue once and for all. Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right. We're going to have an extension of this discussion tomorrow by 6 p.m. We are going to be here. Please endeavor to join us and let's talk extensively about this whole thing tomorrow. Meanwhile, I will give the opportunity for others to air their view for 1 minute. I don't want us to sleep here today. It's already 1 a.m. here in Lagos. So let's move on now to Engineer Ken. 1 minute, sir. Engineer Ken, please talk to us. 1 minute. Everybody, please stick to your 1 minute, please. Engineer Ken, are you there?
Yes, I'm here, please. Thank you.
1 minute. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Nigeria Watch. My 1 minute will be this. I just stand for what I've just said about Sowore when I say he's jealous. If he can hear us now, I will advise him to come down from his high horse and join the movement. He has to join this OB movement. It doesn't really matter whose idea is it or where he came from or how he started. Fine, this struggle was nonsense by you. You started this struggle, the shows and everything. But today, the spirit, chooses someone else and let it be. Come down from your high horse and follow up the movement. As I always say, OB movement is a movement of the people and it's a movement of masquerade. These things are both physical and is more spiritual than physical. That is why the more you look and the less you see. If Sowore want to really build up his political career, this is now. Now is the moment. This is the moment that he has to stand up and keep his head up and follow this movement, so that tomorrow he can right his wrong and face up his right and lead us to the permanent side. Thank you very much, Mr. Nigeria Watch. And you all have a blessed night.
I really appreciate you, Engineer Ken. Thank you for your continued support. Thank you. All right. I would like us to move on now to because Mr. CM is going to be the last person I'll call in. Let's move on to Naija. Naija, please use your 1 minute now to talk to us. Okay. Maybe Naija is already sleeping. So I will just quickly move on to the next person right now. Let's go. Please use your 1 minute now. Talk to us.
Thank you, Mr. Ajawad. Thank you so much. And what I have to advise Sowore is that Nigeria love him and Nigeria wants him to go higher in his dream to become Nigerian president. And for him to become Nigerian president, it cannot just happen in a day. Here we have a person that has been tested, that has been governed, the people that have had the power before, and they still have the power today. So, Omo Sowore, you can help move Nigeria forward as you want by supporting this movement. Okay, that's all we have to do. We have people that have been talking about P2B, the life of David Umahi, the life of Dino Milaye. that they are saying a different thing. So this movement is bigger than P2B. This movement is a movement that we cannot afford to fail. Let us come together, unite together, and take these cabals out of our country and have our country back. Let everybody vote Labour Party. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let go. God bless you, my brother. Okay, Mr. Alex, are you still awake? Are you there with us? Use your 1 minute if you're right there, if you can hear me, and talk to us. Okay. I'm moving on to the next person right now because of time. Nino Brown, are you there with us? Please use your 1 minute now. Thank
Yes, I'm here. Mr. Naija Watch, I thank you so much for this opportunity.
Thank you.
The interview I was talking about the first time is Kadara. That was 2018, if I'm not mistaken. So, like I was saying, many people that always condemn Sowore, you don't expect someone that does not agree with your own ideology to just come with you to your own ideology. Because Sowore has been saying that these people, they are criminals. He does not believe in them. When Obi was in PDP, Obi never told us that PDP, they are criminals. He never said that PDP, in 2018, 19, 17, Obi never see anything. Even then, people that went to Port Harcourt, they did the primary in Port Harcourt. Many people they said Atiku bought the presidency with some dollars.
1 minute. 1 minute.
Okay, Atiku buy it with dollars. What did they call them? I don't know. So we did not cry at that time because he was enjoying it. Now that he want to become, then he want to be vice president. He was okay with it. But he want to become president. He see that the thing does not go to his way. He now know that dollar is raining. So where are we deceiving ourselves?
Thank you. Thank you very much, my brother Nino Brown. All right, I'll go to Omoye's corner.
Is that Mr. Naija Watch's audio or mine? Can you hear me?
It's Mr. Naija Watch audio, not yours.
Okay, thank you.
Omoye's corner, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, go ahead. Talk to us 1 minute, please.
Okay. So I will just quickly address what Mr. Omori said. So there's nothing I said that is that I said that is bringing about any sort of division. I just said, wasn't he part of the people who wanted Buhari to be president? I'm summarizing. So I'm not here to cause any division. I'm here because we all want a better Nigeria. I'm desperate to see it work. And I started my comments by stating clearly that everybody wants a better Nigeria. We just have different views and different ways of making it happen. Now, I am going to say again, I believe that since we're all working towards a new Nigeria, and I want to believe that that's what Sowore wants as well, I would say, advice, opinion, whatever, that he should consider it and put his ego aside for now. I understand, whatever he has to deal with or address regarding the situation, whatever he needs to do. But really, right now, there are too many people's lives at stake. We don't have time to be massaging anybody's egos. It's either you want us to live in a better society or you don't want to be a part of it. I would urge him and plead with him that he should please see reason. We cannot uproot the wind that is behind Peter Obi, for instance, and put it behind him. If it was possible, maybe we would have done it, but we can't. So based on that, he should just join, throw his hat in the ring and help us so that we can move this forward, so it can be better for all of us. I yield. Thank you very much, Nigerian Watch.
Thank you very much. I appreciate your Omoye's corner. God bless you. You really spent time with us today as well. Thank you. Thank you. All right, let's move on now. Mr. T, I'm back to you again. You have 1 minute. Just talk to us in 1 minute. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ninja Watch. I think I would just probably piggyback on what the last caller said. If Sowore actually has Nigeria's um, agenda at heart, then the best he wants to do is just don't wait for Peter Obi to come to you. Peter Obi already, already has some. The guy is pulling the wave. We're just praying that he gets there and then be the right person that God will use to bring Nigeria to where it's supposed to be. But one thing is, you don't tell a deaf man that war is coming, whether he likes it or not. By the time he hear people moving, you don't have to tell him that deaf man, war is coming. Oh, when time comes, he will join. Or you don't tell a blind man that trailer is coming. He will hear the sound of horn. So, Sowore should. Don't for me. I don't think people should tell Sowore to come down from his high horse. Let him remain. Even if he has a gold horse, let him continue to ride on his gold horse and let Peter Obi continue to do what he wants to do. One thing is, I'm just passionate about Nigeria to say that Nigeria works. People are suffering everywhere. So it's not time to begin to massage somebody or talk to somebody or no. Let's leave that. When maybe if Peter Obi gets there, we can now begin to look at what went wrong during campaign or what did not go right. So we can now begin to talk about things. But so right now, if he has people behind him, come on, man, just talk to them. Let's go for this guy, man. And this old cabals, the children who are in the article, just put them aside and let's go for this young mind that is brilliant. That's just my comment.
God bless you, Mr. T. I'm looking forward to having you here again with us. We're going to be here tomorrow by 6 p.m. So every one of you can join us and let's talk extensively about the things that's affecting us in Nigeria. Before I move to the next person, I would like to appreciate Ayo Joe. Thank you very much for the super chat. God bless you. We really do appreciate you. Ameshi Ikobi, thank you very much for super chatting us again. Although there's a question right there to Omoyele Sowore, you asking her some question. I guess she can read that herself if she's still with us. All right. I appreciate everyone.
Yes, if you can give me a second to respond to it, or otherwise you can.
Okay, go
Do I
ahead.
have a second? Okay. So, Mr. Mechi Ikwobi, you keep making comments that are contrary. You definitely want something separate from what we want. I don't know what you mean by Deborah to a crisp. I don't get it. If you don't want to, if this is not what you want to do, you don't have to be here. You can go to a platform where you want the division that you so desire, because you spend all your time in the comment section propagating the same old thing over and over, and then sending super chats along with the message. It's not moving a needle. We want a better Nigeria. If you don't want to be part of it, it's not a problem. You don't have to always allude to my name. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much for responding to that swiftly.
Mr. Njawach, can I ask a question, please?
Yes, sure.
Are you working on getting any of the candidates to come interview?
Yes, we are, but at the moment now, we have not scheduled any time dates yet. Especially Mr. Peter Obi, we are working seriously on how we can have him here to come and talk to us.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. All right. Amongst all the candidates, the only person that have talked to us who came here, spent 2 hours, 45 minutes with us is same Omoyele Sowore. So nobody else. So we are looking forward to bringing Peter Obi here. Fingers crossed. We have another person right there who's just in the backstage. Unfortunately, we are rounding up now. Good evening to you, Mr. Gabriel Odehian. Thank you very much for joining us, sir. Where are you joining us from?
Yeah, I'm from United States. I live in US.
Thank you very much, sir. We are rounding up now, but I would like to give you 2 minutes to talk to us. I guess you'll be watching us.
Yeah, I've been watching you guys since yesterday. Well, thank you guys for having me, and I really appreciate it. But the only thing we need to understand, we live in the state, and secondly, we all like to come back home and be happy. And secondly, we know the Nigeria we are today. There's a big problem we are about to face. But now we have a big task ahead. With all these arguments, this or that, it can't move us forward. We need to understand if we are here because of Peter Obi, just to talk about what can we do for this man to be in this power. Let's help this man take something forward, better for Nigeria. But bringing somebody else because this guy make a comment about this and that is not going to help us nowhere. We need to understand we have a big task ahead of us.
Exactly.
So with this forum, I appreciate everybody, everybody with different comments. No, at least we are all grown-up people here. We know what is right or wrong. Whatever somebody said, don't take it personal. And that is the problem we are facing today in Nigeria. Everything we do is only about aggressive, angry. We need to put that one aside. We have a big task ahead of us. Peter Obi have been, at least look at the masses. Look at how people follow him. Because why? This have never happened in Nigeria history of politics. At least this guy have created a lot of mass. And you said before, it's not about Peter Obi, it's about us. We need to think ahead of us. Like we that live in the state, we like to come back home. We like to come back home and invest, do something better for us. But most of us are here today. We are looking at the Nigeria situation. We cannot run away from home. Nigeria is our home. So those are the most important things we have to consider today. Let's forget about argument or Mr. A said this, Mr. B said this. It become an argument. No, please, guys. We are over this. We need to think about something that will be better for us and with our children. In fact, all those men like Tinubu and Atiku, as we said, these are old fools. We need to let them go and let the youth go in. Tomorrow I might come back to Nigeria tomorrow to contest. I might come back tomorrow to Nigeria to have a big company to employ the youth. So these are things we have to think about right now. Let's forget about too much arguments. If we are here because of Peter Obi, let's focus about Peter Obi. Let's think about what is the best for us. Thank you, guys.
God bless you, sir. I guess, Mr. Gabriel, this is your first time here on this channel?
Yeah, this is my first time. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, please endeavor to subscribe with us.
I got you.
Because we would like to learn from you. We are here learning from each other. Nobody knows it all.
I got you.
Our future, that's what we're doing here. So Nigeria Watch is here every blessed day, 5 p.m. Monday to Thursday, Friday, our debate, 6 p.m. Saturday, randomly, we comes out like this, and Sunday, 6 p.m. Our morning show, we have a newspaper review, 10 a.m. Monday to Saturday. So join us on any of our show, and let's talk about the things that is affecting every one of us. Thank you very much, sir.
I got you. Thank you very much for having me.
God bless you, sir. Thank you. All right, Mr. CM, you are the last person right now to talk to us, and let's round up. You have your 1 minute. Go ahead, Mr. CM.
Okay, thank you.
Before Mr. CM, let me quickly appreciate Ameshi Okeobi. Thank you very much for the super chat again. I appreciate you so much. And Pansat HD, thank you very much. You are back again with your super chat. You're always bombarding us with super chat. I appreciate every one of you that will be super chatting us. We appreciate you. Thank you for encouraging us. Thank you for pushing us to do more for you. Mr. CM, talk to us, sir.
Well, because of the last speaker, I will have to change what I want to say. We have to start looking forward. I thank Nigeria Watch for this platform. As you can see, we've had about 3 or 2 first-timers today. So I know with time, it will grow. The infrastructure you've provided is what we usher in a new phase of life in the democratic dispensation in Nigeria. Just take it today.
Yeah.
Here will be the rallying point where people will say, let me listen to people in the panelists on Nigeria Watch, what they have to say for this something that happened today. People will raise it. So the fact that we all gather here to debate among ourselves and then to provide solutions the little we can, and they agree to disagree in some cases, to me, it's a plus. It's very, very healthy, and I hope it continues. So I'm, on behalf of every other person, I'm wishing you more grease to your elbows. Do not relent. Continue doing what you're doing. History will record it that once upon a time, there was Nigeria Watch, where people were talking about Peter Obi now, and Peter Obi is now president. So that alone is a testimony to what you stand for. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. CM, and we also appreciate you.
Rome was not built in a day.
Who is speaking?
That's Let's Go, all right?
This is T.
Oh, Mr.
Rome was not built in a day.
Yes, Rome was not built in a day.
Okay, T. Okay, T, you're a new timer now. If not, I
Yes,
don't want. Okay,
one.
yeah, that is the thing. So
Yeah.
it's okay.
Thank you, every one of you, for your time with us today. I guess everybody have contributed. Please endeavor to join us tomorrow by 6 p.m. We are going to be here
Right.
again talking about the things that's affecting us. If it's your first time here, like I said before, endeavor to subscribe and hit the notification bell to be notified while we are here. I appreciate every one of you right there. Please endeavor to copy the link along with you as you are leaving. Help us to share in another platform where you belong. Let our voices go far. And also like this broadcast as well. I can see we got a lot of Omoyele Sowore supporters today. The same way we got a lot of Peter Obi supporters. Remember, we all are fighting for one goal. We should stop fighting ourselves, like Mr. Gabriel said. Let's stand and focus, and don't let us be distracted for what we want. We want a better Nigeria. I'm not interested where it's coming from. As long as it's not coming from PDP and APC, that's fine. So I choose to support Peter Obi, and because I know that Peter Obi is the only one when it comes to the 3-horse race right now, because it's only the 3-horse race. We need to be straightforward to ourselves. It's only 3 of them that is on the screen right now, which is Peter Obi, Atiku, or Tinubu. So when it comes to these 3 people, Peter Obi is the only one. Nobody's saying Peter Obi is perfect. We have never said it on this platform. Me, myself, that is talking to you right now, I'm not perfect. But there's some grade you can rate when it comes to personality. Peter Obi is the only one with competency that we know that can lead us far. Please join us and let's do this together. Every one of us are going to benefit it. If we fight ourselves like the way we are doing right now, we might end up in the hands of this devilish and satanic PDP and APC. Thank you very much, my people. Although I'm so happy that Wike is already helping us, even though they help us, they destroy PDP. We don't get that assignment is doing that perfectly. So Wike, we appreciate you for the good work that you are doing for us. I beg, Mona Novest, I would like to play Wike video before I go.
And I promise them, I'm here to bury them. As he dey pain them, he dey see with us. As he dey pain us, he dey pain. Oh, yeah, say, as he dey pain them, he dey see with us. As he dey see with us, he go dey pain. Oh, yeah, as he dey pain them, he dey see with us. As we get there, yeah, he go bury them. So,
This guy will be very good comedian if he come up with office.
No, but the question is this what Nigerians need at this time? Is this what Nigerians need? This is a government.
All right, I would like to play the other one as well, because this is currently what is going on right now in Nigeria. That was the governor of Rivers State. Wike, let's listen to this. Wahala.
Ancient of days, how old as you are, how old as you are, you will never change. Ancient of days, how old as you are, how old as you are, you will never change. Ancient
of days, how old as you are.
Niger words.
How old as you are. You will never change. The shape of
This guy would have been a good pastor. He would have been a good pastor. Why is he becoming a governor? Maybe he missed his call.
Kai, God, Wahala never finished. Anyway, for now, Wike is doing the job for us. That's my concern. I'm so happy and I'm very grateful to Wike for helping us to silence PDP. In fact, the way everything looks like right now is already becoming a two-horse race. You know, because PDP is dead and buried. Wike don't help us destroy them. So with the first person we go see help us beat APC now. We go beat them. You know, come up with your own.
No, don't worry. Dino Mulaye will do that for you.
Dino Melaye, yes. No, I wish he can do that for us.
No, he would.
Because
Don't
even
worry.
with Dino Melaye,
He would do it.
Do you guys realize that Dino Melaye is not bold or he cannot dare speak against Wike? And he's saying that he's fighting for article. Till now, he cannot speak against Wike. So, my people, I appreciate every one of you. Thank you, thank you. Tomorrow, 6 p.m., join us here and let's do this all over again.
Yeah, bye-bye, everybody. It was a wonderful session, though.
Yes. Thank you. At least Wike. Hi.
One thing you should realize is that I think Napoleon Bonaparte, the French chap, he said,
I beg, no vex. Make una no vex, I beg. Oga Elvis, I beg now. Play that as he dey pain them. I beg, just quickly. I beg now. I beg. I beg. I want to hear that song. I beg.
What I want to say, you go like him before he play the song.
Okay.
Napoleon Bonaparte say, when your enemy they make mistake, you don't need to stop him. So waiting they happen for PDP. No, make it. We go they put fire, put petrol, make it continue. So Wike is doing the job well.
The job,
And I promise them, I'm here to bury them.
As he depend them, he dey sweet us.
And that one they shoot on my way.
He dey pay. Oh, yeah, say, as he depend them, he dey sweet us. As he dey sweet us, he go dey pay. Yeah. As he depend them, he dey sweet us. As we get there, yeah, he go bury them.
Omoyele, that one they sweet you pass.
They will know who is who.
Yes, so my favorite song of the year.
As he depend them, he dey sweet us. As he dey sweet us, he go depend them.
That God they cause confusion for their camp.
He go depend them.
Anyway, thank you very much.
Now divine confusion in the camp of the enemies.
As he they raise his leg up, now they like. He go raise his leg up, now they like.
Thank you very much, my people. You see, Andrew, thank you very much for the super chat. We appreciate every one of you. Thank you very much. I wish I can mention everyone's names. I appreciate every one of you that joined us today. And Mr. Gabriel, thank you very much for that wisdom talk. You came in here to calm everybody down. I really do appreciate you, and I would like to have you back again on one or some of our broadcasts so that we all can learn from each other's. Thank you.
Don't worry. I will try my possible best. You know, we are all family, yes, and we need to understand. At least we all tired about this situation of Nigeria crisis, and we can't keep on begging when we know the right thing to do. You know. And we on this forum, well, at least as I said before, we're all grown. Everybody has differences, but if we are here because of one particular person, we just need to bring ideas and send a message across to people that, even though they are not inside this forum, to understand this is where we stand. We live in the state. We pray for Obi every day. We pray for Obi every day. At least we all need changes. This will help us a lot. So that at least during the final day for him to, at least inauguration day, most of us in abroad, we're all coming home. So those are what we are looking for right now. So this time, guys, the next forum, we need to just come together, bring out a topic, let's bring ideas, at least no one know better, then we'll go from there.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. God bless you once again. God bless every one of you who supported us today. All the panelists, I appreciate every one of you. Mr. T, Mr. T, I will hold you, as a 5 and 6, because I really want us all to share ideas here together all the time. Appreciate every one of you. A lot of panelists.
Thank you so much for the platform. Honestly, I just want Nigeria to work. I mean, yes, everybody, I was born and raised in Lagos State, Nigeria.
Everybody.
I want Nigeria to work. These old guys they don't do us enough.
Exactly.
They don't do us enough. Make them go. The women don't steal. Make them go share them with their family.
Exactly.
We need Nigeria to work. Please.
Thank you very much, my people. God bless every one of you. I will say have a good night. Bye and bye for now. See you guys tomorrow at 6 p.m. Bye for now.
Ancient of days, how old as you are, how old as you are, you will never change. Ancient of days, how old as you are, how old as you are, you will never change.
Anywhere you gonna P2B, Obi for president. All over Nigeria, P2B, Obi for president. From east to south, nothing to be, Obi for president. Even the north and west, na P2B, Obi for president. All over Nigeria, na P2B, Obi for president. Mama, papa, they shot P2B, Obi for president. Brothers and sisters, they want P2B, Obi for president. Waiting be the name of P2B, all I'm again, Obi kererenke, Obi kererenke, Obi kererenke, Nigeria don't suffer, no we small. We don't suffer, no we. Other countries they grow, we just they fall. We don't suffer because we get my leaders, then where they on top. We don't suffer, they're not here because all their families they abroad. We don't suffer, but every 4 years them go on with one story. The same people, the same story. All they know is how to steal our money. Yeah. When we thought all up is gone, God don't give us P2B. If you like, make you go ask. But we know the story. Next time and trust that if you doubt them, go verify. Obi get integrity, a man with credibility, vision and dignity. Obi and usefulity. That is why all Nigerians are obedient and useful. Anywhere you gonna P2B, Obi for president. Anywhere you gonna P2B, Obi for president. All over Nigeria, P2B,